If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not right.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcos. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still in the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm alive by the motor. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like under the city, the driver's side floor. Wish I could large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, what they gonna do next?
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Howdy. How are you, Leroy?
Good day of football yesterday. And,
Good day of football yesterday, dude. Good day of football.
Good day of football. And that's
Lots
not just because the Dolphins won.
No.
Can I just say this?
Dude, it's the start of the show. You don't have to ask permission. Of course, you could say whatever you want. Your name is
I am so tired of a football game starting.
Mm-hmm.
And within 5 minutes of the game and 4 plays.
Yep.
The text chat that I'm on. See, they suck. They got to fire. I'm like, they've been playing football for 3 minutes.
Why don't you get out of this chat? You are in a very negative chat.
If I get out, then I miss the golf interactions where we figure out who's playing.
So mute.
I don't know. Last time I muted it, I lost it.
Oh.
So I had to do a whole nother. So
the old aren't very good with technology.
Dude, it's excruciating.
All right.
And like,
was it the Tua fumble? Was that the thing that got everybody crazy? Like,
no.
That's like, I'm trying to think like what was.
Look, wait. It's unbelievable.
I'm trying to think what was the early negative play that would have gotten him.
Wait,
he's looking.
I'm looking.
Dr. Toboggan says there's the Eichenberg Bowl. I know. Who knew there was another Eichenberg out there? Yeah. Another Eichenberg. Apparently, the Eichenbergs took over the stadium. Eichenbergs galore, dude.
Yeah, but 2 negatives make a positive, so it was good.
Apparently, this is Liam Eichenberg has learned under the tutelage of Christian Wilkins after all those years of Christian Wilkins abusing him in practice, because apparently Liam Eichenberg, what he's good at now is really annoying his opponents.
Oh, so he's offensive Christian Wilkins?
Apparently so. This is 2 weeks in a row. He's gotten his opponents to do something stupid to him.
All right, you ready?
Credit where credit's due.
All right, here's how it starts. Right? 12:15. If Crosby leaves 2 alone, we win. That was the first text.
Okay.
I replied, that's why you need a guy like Ingold, right? Because he does a lot of that shipping and stuff like that, right? Reply. Jonnu Smith. Or no, that's who's supposed to replace him. We just spitballing here.
Just
right?
spitballing.
He won't. Now, first drive. Ready?
Yep.
9-minute drive. Nice. No penalties.
It was a nice drive.
Right? Somebody talking about tailgate. Here we go. And here's where it starts. The next drive.
So
their receivers couldn't be more wide open over and over.
Wow. That Bowers was
open. And then somebody replies as we move into the action later in the second quarter. Wait. And look, so we all are playing defense against this guy's aggressive negative offense. Yet they have 3 points.
Yep.
And yet Miami is winning. So
seems okay right now. It doesn't seem too negative.
No. They're making Gardner look like Brady.
Wow, that's a bit strong.
So wait, you're watching the same 10-3 game? Then get off the field on 3rd down.
That's the very long drives. I don't remember a football game like that where there was like 4 drives for a half. That was crazy.
You know why? Because everybody was just, look, when you play the Dolphins, you know you're going to get some type of cover 2, and they're going to deny the deep part of the field.
Yep.
And what defenses do, and this is what cover 2 is. And you can, Antonio Pierce has played in this. Marvin Lewis has taught this his whole career, right? If the offense runs more than X amount of plays, I think it's 9 to 10 plays, they're going to screw up the drive. So just don't give up any big plays.
Gotcha.
So that's why it looked that way, because on the other side, they're going, Gardner Minshew ain't going to complete 5 passes, go all the way down the field.
Yeah, they did let Minshew off the hook a couple times too.
So that's why the game started that way, right? Until somebody gets a substantial lead and you got to force the issue, you're okay with sitting back and allowing them to do that. And guess what happened? The Dolphins went down the field and scored touchdowns, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders came down and kicked field goals. So that means now you have forced the Raiders to get out of that show and have to take more chances because they can't return the same energy you are on the offensive side. That's how the game played out, right? Mm-hmm. Here we go. The defense can't stop the lowly Raiders.
Well, that's fair.
Same old bleep. Is Ralph at the game? Prevent defense, prevent offense.
Was Ralph at the game?
Yes, he goes. He goes to every game. Heat too. Same thing with Heat.
You guys are bothering Ralph. Ralph's just trying to have a good time.
Hey, I can see things you can't in TV. Really?
He's saying that to you?
Yes, to the group.
I need to use that.
So somebody replied, should be a coach. Right? D is horrible. Gave up 6 bleeping points. Fire them all. And the GM, especially him.
This sounds like somebody's drunk.
No, they're making fun of him.
Yeah.
Look around the league at the scores. What are good teams doing to bad teams? That's, negative Nancy.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, but the Dolphins, there was never a point where the Dolphins were in danger of losing this game.
Wait. Somebody replied, Pitt is beating the Ravens 6-0. Packers 7-0 over the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Can we stop them on this first drive? I feel bad for the punter.
All right. I think I'm uncle. Can you get me to the juicy part? I think I'm uncle on this.
All right. Let's get to the end of the game.
There's more? There really is more. Nope. He's looking.
Wide open again. And again. I go, Ralph, he's really good.
We don't know what that means, though, Leroy. You have no context to this.
But it's
times.
Is it Bowers? I'm assuming it's Bowers. Bowers is always wide open.
It's Bowers.
He's really good, though.
But that's what I just said, right? But here's the problem. Every time they complete a pass, run for more than 2.5 yards, he fires up the bum guns.
He's drunk, very clearly.
Right. I mean, it's the craziest thing.
Dolphin Kane says that Julian Hill 5 yards away from that anytime.
Yeah, I thought about it.
He's always 5 yards away from anytime.
And if he gets too close, he fumbles.
It was like, once he caught it and he was at the 5, I'm like, nah, they're not going to throw it to him. Once he had 2 catches, I'm like, they're not going to risk it again. I was shocked that they targeted him 3 times. I was like, there's no way. That was as close as he was going to get. I knew my money was up in smoke there, Dolphin Kane.
It was one of those games where, and the Raiders play a lot of games like this, and you don't realize it. They hang in there, and then you just pull away, right? Because either they can't score or eventually their defense gets worn down a little bit. But you got to be patient with it. And so they were.
You see on the Jonnu Smith touchdown, you see Tyreek Hill trolling Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, he's a
and you can just see Antonio Pierce furious. He's you could tell Antonio Pierce, the player, had to like the coach had to come out there because I think the player wanted to go there and sock Tyreek Hill right in the face. And instead he just gave him the most meek, dismissive wave of But you knew his initial reaction was, I want to go punch this guy right in the face.
Well, here's the problem.
Showboating in front of me because Jonnu Smith, I don't know what the hell his defense was doing, but Jonnu Smith.
Wait, he ran down the field. He goes, wait a minute. Nobody.
He's like, I haven't seen anybody that open this season. I mean, oh my God.
That's why I would like them to take and put Tyreek and Waddle on the same side every now and then, because when you're that decisive on, like, listen, they're covering Tyreek and they're covering the other wide receiver, and they just totally dismiss Jonnu Smith.
I gotta
now
say that,
in the future, this is gonna open up stuff for Tyreek and Waddle.
That's great, but what does Coach Ralph say?
Oh.
What's his advice? Does he want them both on the same side?
No, no. Oh God, it's. I'm telling you, soon as the kickoff, can't even reach the end zone. Oh my goodness, this kicker. We need a new kicker. Every kicker in the NFL is kicking it out of the back of the end zone. I say, Ralph, sometimes they purposely kick it in play to get a return.
I like Ross Tucker making fun of kickers yesterday in front of Jay Feely. He goes, "You guys can't even get into the neutral zone." Jay Feely is responsible for all kickers.
Oof.
Yeah.
He's
Who
like,
knew?
you guys kick 55-yard field goals. You can't hit it 20 in a 20-yard area.
It was crazy. It was crazy. But yeah, man, look, did what they had to do yesterday. The Dolphins, they did 0 punts. So that
was crazy, right?
Yeah.
But it's funny because when you think of this offense and you think of the high power offense that it can be, this offense was designed to do stuff like this, like to be explosive while methodically moving the ball down the field. If you watch San Francisco, that they do very similar things. And then what ends up happening is you look at all the numbers at the end of the game and you go, whoo, wow. Not yesterday. Yeah, not yesterday. Couple of upsets. Any ones like really surprised you?
I was a little surprised how much the Chargers jumped on Cincinnati. Then Cincinnati comes back and J.K. Dobbins had that sick-ass run so you had a thriller there. Can't say I'm surprised Buffalo beat Kansas City.
Yeah, it's almost like, you know what? Kansas City almost had like the same kind of season as the Canes. Like, they haven't really been playing great offensively.
Mm-hmm.
You got that guy, and so nobody really worries about it. But in the back of your mind, you're thinking, if they keep playing like this, it's going to bite them in the ass.
Right.
And that's what happened.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, what was I got to say, I mean, the Broncos throttling the Falcons as bad they did. That was a little like, whoa. Because that was an important game for them, obviously.
Yep.
They're kind of they're trying to, they got people nipping at the heels. And then, I mean, look, I think yesterday we all got a taste of what it's like to be a Jets fan, because when you need the Jets to do you a favor.
Not me! Not me! Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, I'm glad you brought that up.
Oh.
I had it ready. Hold on. All right. Bam! For $50 million a year, 4 MVPs,
and
a Super Bowl 17 years ago, a long time ago.
Yep.
Here's what I can give you. 22 of 29, 484 yards.
Oof.
Get out of here with this nonsense. And you know they're gonna say at the end of the year? Well, he had no help. That defense, they regressed. You got 2 of the most dominant receivers in the game. Stop.
Crazy, dude.
Your team's garbage.
Garbage. Got run over by a quarterback they didn't even want to play.
And more importantly, the Browns. Holy smokes. Woo, what is going on? Wait, here's a stat for you. And I want to tell me. I'm going to give you this stat. And I want you guys to tell me, who do you think?
Are you the Ralph of your Browns chat?
No, I'm very positive. Here, you ready?
You're not more positive than Bernie.
No. You ready? Here.
Yeah.
30 for 46, 65% completion percentage, 395 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks.
Yep.
That was the loser.
Yeah.
And they lost by 21 points.
Sure did.
What in the heck? Have you ever seen a stat line like that to a loser?
It's pretty impressive. I was not aware of that.
400?
I got to tell you, after I saw the final score, I didn't go looking for the Browns final. The Browns.
No,
box
I was
score.
watching it. I'm like, he can't. He's catching.
Look, there's a theory in sports towns. If you have something going too good, the karma can't spread too far over to everything else. And right now, the Cavaliers are undefeated, 15-0, which I don't believe.
So your other sports are going to pay?
I think that people do believe that. Like the Panthers right now have the power in our town.
Oh, so that means the Heat and
everybody else. It's a thought. I don't know if I believe it because I feel like there's been years.
Wait a minute.
I feel like there's been years where Tampa won like everything, but
was it Tampa won? What about Boston?
Boston's probably done it.
Boston did it with New England and the Celtics.
Cleveland's the first team to be 15-0 since the 73 win Warriors, and you have the Browns Browning, and you had Stipe. Oh, poor Stipe.
Ooh.
Oh, poor Stipe.
John Jones, even with the little pudge belly, right?
Boy.
You see the way Stipe was all swole. Stipe was all swollen, and John Jones walked in there with a little gut.
Jon Jones basically thought, "What does heavyweight mean?" Because it was heavyweight
mean I don't have to lose weight.
Jon Jones spent years being like, "Oh, I got to properly move up to heavyweight. I got to properly do it." And mind you, this was lighter than his first fight, and he looked like he just walked out of the all-you-can-eat buffet and basically beat Stipe to a pulp with a beer belly.
Is that I mean,
scariest
can
thing on the planet.
Can I just
That's the scariest man on the planet.
Hey, I'm gonna say this, and I don't care how little he fights, because I've always had a problem with people saying he's the greatest, heavyweight, and he doesn't fight that much because of all the off-field stuff. But I can't think of a person on this planet that could beat that man. No, anybody?
I mean, the guy everybody wants to see him fight is Tom Aspinall. But Tom Aspinall, but he said that the thing was, it was interesting after this fight was that John, when he talked to Joe and the crowds there, he kind of hinted that he was into it. Like he was going to start going. But then when he got to the media, he was like, yeah, but I need FU money for that fight. And like Dana's sitting here and he's saying like, oh, it's going to be the biggest fight we ever did, which it's not going to be the biggest fight they ever do. But it's going to be a very big fight. And
what do you think is the biggest fight they ever did?
Connor versus Nate Diaz.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Connor Nate Diaz 2 was the biggest fight they did. Probably Connor Jose Aldo before. So
it's all Connor. So that's why he acts a fool.
That's why. Yeah. Connor tweeted out. When somebody put that clip out, and then Connor just tweeted and he goes, now.
but that's kind of when you know you got the power, right? That's when you know you got the juice. When like the whole sport will stop.
We had a major damages done, and lots to get to. We obviously got to get into the Tyson debacle from Friday night as well. We'll take a break. Back after this.
Previously on
Tobin and Leroy.
Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Miami Dolphins victorious yesterday over the Raiders 34-19. Dolphins now 4-6 on the season. Raiders fall to 2-8. They suck. Dolphins now will turn their attention to the Patriots, who lost yesterday to the Rams. And obviously the Dolphins need that to
the Patriots look better ever since Drake May took over.
They definitely look more viable for sure. They definitely look more viable for sure. So that's something that you got to keep an eye on, especially with the Dolphins giving up some big plays yesterday. The tackling was less than ideal on some drives.
By the way, it's really hard to do, because keep in mind, if you're in an open field like that as a running back and that guy tackles you, it's going to be pretty difficult for you to have a job. And on the other side, it's considered a great play if he tackles a running back in open field, or anybody for that matter.
You talking about the one that Kohu whipped on?
Yes. It's not as easy as people make it sound like. Right? They make it sound like
it looks bad.
It looks bad. It looks terrible.
It looks bad.
But again, any sudden move by that running back and you stop, then he runs by you. So what you do is you just accelerate, pick a spot, go try to hit it.
I've already looked at not to look ahead, even though I do that, but I've already started looking at Green Bay forecast for next Thursday. Snow.
Huh?
Snow.
Oh, it's gonna be cold.
It's gonna be cold.
Let me tell you, November weather up north is tricky. When you get to Thanksgiving or later, there's no doubt.
Dolphins might have to save Thanksgiving because did you see what happened with the Giants?
No, what happened?
Giants have officially benched Daniel Jones, which means we have a Super Bowl matchup of Cowboys, Giants, Cooper Rush, and Tommy Cutlets, Tommy DeVito. That's a woof.
Like,
what are we supposed to do? Talk to our families?
You know what else they should do? They should fire the guy whoever decided to let Saquon Barkley go, because that would help Daniel Jones.
Oh, he's getting fired. That guy's getting fired.
Hey, you're like, dude, he's getting fired.
Oh, he's getting fired. There's no doubt about that.
And I love the way, was it the owner that came in and Hard Knocks said, "You really want to get rid of Saquon? I really like him."
I hate to see him in another, especially a division rival's jersey. Don't worry about it, boss. Don't worry about it.
It's that thinking about running backs right there that's going to get a bunch of people in the league fired. Because a running back is almost as important as offensive line as far as protecting your quarterback, keeping the defense honest. If you can't run the football and the defensive line can tee off on your quarterback, that makes things much more difficult for their success.
Kind of feels like McDaniel's rats off a ship on Mostert, huh? Kind of feels that way.
Yeah, it does kind of look like he's
had enough.
Streets need a body, and we found out who the body was.
Well, he very clearly very clearly was getting punished on Monday Night Football, but even
he didn't have no carries, right?
No carries, and then in this one, he didn't have any targets, and he had 3 carries for -2 yards. Yeah, he did. Did he have what do they say? Did he have a hip injury?
A hip injury.
He was fine. He was on the sidelines. He looked normal.
He went back in after that.
Did he?
Yes.
I thought after they said it, they showed him on the sidelines.
No, they said Mostert. No, he went back in.
Okay,
but this
I
is where
apologize. I thought that he was fine.
They said hip injury, and then he's returning kicks. And I'm like, well, I mean,
no, that's what I'm saying. He went back in and he played offense too.
Oh, I thought you meant he went back into the locker room.
No.
I was very confused.
They just put it on TV that questionable return, and then he was back in the game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Probably ought to put them hip pads on, fella.
Jeez.
I don't know. Like you can do that when you have a lot of talent at the position.
Mm-hmm.
Some teams don't have that luxury.
For sure.
right? So,
I mean, the
and-
Achan's playing well.
and the other thing is that with all the different ways you can give Achan the ball, it kind of makes him more important in that role anyway. So, yeah, I'm still look. What did I tell you guys? I'm not a fan of that outside run stuff, the sweep. They're like those guys on defense are too fast, man. You very, very rarely outflank the defense unless you're New Orleans Saints and you let big fat ass Taysom Hill just go down the sideline, which is amazing. That right there was unbelievable that you let Taysom Hill run down the sidelines.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You reference this Browns team too much. Like it's over, dude.
There's 2 games I gotta watch. You know,
I
there's 2
know,
games.
but, like,
There's
do
2 games I have to watch every week.
You don't really have to watch their games anymore, dude. Let's start. Here's what you need to start doing. Give them reports on Cam Ward. That's what you need to start doing. Give them reports on Shador Sanders.
But man, I don't know.
Dade
It's
South
crazy.
says Achan ditched the Guardian cap. So his mom probably lifted the suspension. She goes, okay, it's been a month. It's probably what it was. But yeah, man. They took care of business yesterday, man.
They took care of business. They took care
a little
of business.
TCP game.
They took care of business. They
had to keep pace.
For from the perspective of playing offense, they played really good offensive football. Maybe not the numbers everybody would like, but to be able to be that consistent, that methodical on a number of occasions and never have a punt, then you're playing good offensive football, even though you don't score, a boatload of points. So
Jonnu Smith, who's just had a really, really good season.
Yeah.
This was him after the game. He says on Tua, best QB in the world, man.
Best in the world, man. You got the best quarterback in the world, man. You know what I mean? When you makes things a lot easier for everybody else. And those guys that came in, during that time when he was down, they did a great job and helped us as much as they could. Showed a lot of grit and a lot of selflessness. And we happy to have those guys, man. And one's who he is for a reason. So we just excited to have him back and excited to get back to where we need to be.
Pause up, dude.
Hey, notice he didn't want to throw the other guys on the bus that were playing quarterback when Tua wasn't.
Yeah, they know though. We all know, dude. We don't have to say it. We know. We've seen him.
I'm glad to see they using the hell out of Jonnu Smith. Like, and the defense looks damn near shocked. Like,
no, he's been a monster, dude. He's been a monster. He's been great. He's been. It was a bit of a slow roll, but since like week 4, this guy's been a go-to.
Yep.
He's been absolutely fantastic. And then
that's going to help.
We have one person though who has to answer for their crimes. And that person's name is Antonio Pierce, because he called for Tua to retire. And after the game, he was asked about it.
You made some comments regarding Tua and his concussion history earlier this year. Did you have any talks with him, maybe on the field at any point in the game?
No, I got the ultimate respect for Tua, former player. That was it.
That's good.
Thank you.
Damage is done, my friend.
What?
Damage is done, my friend.
What was that? What was the last?
Damage is done.
You just said things like you. Did you have any conversation? No. Former player. Ultimate respect.
Breakfast, 2 eggs. All
right. Hey, you can't be saying scrambled eggs, man. Don't.
Hey, well,
I'm sorry.
That's what got us in that position.
I apologize.
Wow. But that was funny. Hey, listen.
Can't scramble eggs nowadays.
I guarantee, though, this is what
they're too expensive.
I know that Antonio Pierce is like, I've been in his position before, all right, because his heart was in the right place. All right, his heart was in the right place when he told Tua to retire. However, there's part of me that thinks, because these coaches are so week to week, I bet you he forgot they played the Dolphins when he said that at week 2. Yeah, I bet you he didn't even realize. And like, as soon as he's like, "Oh, this is being brought up as fodder," yep. I
mean, it's a emotional reaction,
mm-hmm.
but the thing that I have said, and I'll still say to anybody is, you got to understand why these guys play. And as a former player, to know what you put your body through and what you went and played with and some of the injuries you sucked it up and went out and gave whatever you could, you should be more understanding than kind of dismissive of it. And that's kind of what he was. That's the only problem I had with it. I get what he was trying to say, but he should also follow it up with, I played in this league for a long time. I know what I went on the field with and the things I tried to do and what I played with. So I understand what he's going through.
Yeah, well, he didn't though. He just
didn't.
He just described himself, former player, to a quarterback, ultimate respect. I'm like, what is this, Mad Libs? We know. Thank you.
Long walks on the beach.
He's like,
I'm a tourist.
He's like, what do you want to do? I'm 2-8. I hope I have a job next year. That
Yeah.
crazy owner sits in the box. He's starting to look like his father, the crypt keeper, with a wig on. What? What are you looking for?
It's really the worst.
I mean, it's the worst haircut you've
literally the
ever
worst.
seen in your
That,
life.
that he travels 100 miles to get.
100 miles to get in a van.
Wow.
And then he's bringing that puppy to Miami. Woof.
Gross.
Man.
You know, I keep thinking of there was an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond, and they were sitting in a church, and Raymond and Robert were sitting next to each other, and the guy in front of him had a hairpiece, and Ray was messing around with him doing like this, and then Robert hit his arm and hit him and his hit him up to the side.
Too much.
Oh my goodness!
I really liked that character on TV. I've never been more shocked seeing
Oh,
that guy is like,
hey, he is not funny.
not funny, dude.
He is
That's
not
comedy.
funny.
Isn't that crazy?
He
at a
owns
comedy
the
club.
Vegas Improv.
That's
It's
rough.
all over the place too.
All
he's
over the place.
He's got that syndicated TV money, and like he loves stand-up comedy so much. But dude, I went to the Improv to see. That was the last before you gave me tickets, Marcos.
Yeah.
That was the last stand-up comedy show I saw. Was Brad Garrett, and I was like, this is terrible.
Well, if you want to see him again, $210.
What?
Oh, he's coming down here?
No. This is at his comedy club.
Wow.
Yeah, on Vivid Seats. From the
$210?
cheapest ticket you can get.
Vegas is so expensive.
161 if you want to do cheap, to see our boy Brad.
Marcos has to be PC because he might make a Miami trip.
Yeah, exactly.
Take a break. More to come on the show. Busy weekend. We got Cats to talk about. We got Panthers. Canes are going to be back in action this week, and a lot of fight action as well. More to come here on the show. Back after this.
bring them out, bring them out. Hey, bring them out, bring them out. Yeah.
Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Miami Heat, they finished their road trip yesterday with a loss to the Indiana Pacers. Valiant effort. Came back after it seemed like they were about to
super valiant.
What's your problem, dude?
Super valiant.
It was a valiant effort. They almost came back, dude. Did you see Tyler Hero?
Tyler Hero was going off. Slow start, but at a certain
He's
point,
been incredible.
Yeah, he decided, oh, hey, this is my team, Tyler Hero, greater than sign Jimmy Butler. Who said that? You said that?
I say that?
What are you talking about? I don't know.
I mean, Jimmy Butler has been a really great player for the Heat.
Yeah, but
It was weird though yesterday.
Heroes team,
Maybe.
Come on,
maybe.
He's turning the corner. He's now.
He's turned the corner.
There's no
I think we can agree
ridiculous
that.
antics. What is he? Is he still wearing the same?
He still wears ridiculous outfits, but yeah, I mean, like he's very young and cool, so he could pull it off. But yeah, he's still wearing ridiculous outfits. But he got cooking from 3. It's crazy. He saw like one of them drop in, and then it was just like go time. Yeah. Unfortunately, though, there's a little problem.
What's that?
Nobody on the Heat could get a stop. Nobody on the Heat could get a stop at the end of that game.
That is unfortunate.
It was, and you want to know what the worst part about it was?
Yeah,
TJ McConnell. It's always TJ. Oh,
McConnell.
It's always TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell just sat there and he was just feeding Duncan Robinson intangible buckets, and Duncan Robinson had to be looking like the Spider-Man meme in a mirror. He's just like, whoa, this is what it feels like to get fed intangible buckets. That's what it was.
Don't know who I'm more scared of, Batum or TJ McConnell.
TJ McConnell's murdered the Heat his whole career. He really has. He's murdered the Heat his whole career. Tonight, the Heat are back at it. Very weird schedule. I don't know what I started reading something before I ran into you actually at Dunkin' Donuts this morning.
Yes,
I was starting to read while waiting for my sandwich and my coffee. I was reading this article on from Ira about like why the Heat have 5 days off, because the Heat play today. They are on a back-to-back. They play in Indiana for 5 days. That's
the worst part.
You want to talk about life that's unfair? The Heat have been in Indiana for 5 days, okay? Which is enough to drive. As somebody who spent 3 days in Indiana, let me tell you, it's enough to just drive you bat bleep crazy. I'm sorry. I apologize. What's going on with me lately? I apologize. Did you get that?
Yeah, I got it.
You know what? I'm just sorry. I apologize. Brittany, don't do that. Told her twice they don't curse on the air. I've done it twice in the last 3 days. I feel like as somebody, it'll drive you. It'll drive you crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
But the point is, 5 days in Indiana. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't even imagine. But here's the other side of it. The Sixers, they've been here. They've been in Miami since Friday.
Okay, that's not fair.
What is that?
That's not fair, but it could benefit us though. It was a fun weekend. Maybe they're still.
I mean, well, I think Joel Embiid is questionable with a sickness.
Yeah,
which is probably doesn't want to play basketball. Him and Jimmy Butler, they can kick up their feet and be like, "You sure you want to go tonight?"
Yeah, he's sick and tired.
But here's the thing that was weird. So Jimmy Butler, it didn't really make sense to me at the time.
Yeah,
because Jimmy looked like over the road trip he was ramping up. And then, but they did have a back-to-back. So you're like, you would figure he's not going to come back to play a back-to-back. That's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
But the Heat, they updated his injury status, and they said questionable to play. And then the reporters came out and said, yeah, it's expected he's going to make his return. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of Sundays, actually happened during Game Day Uncensored, they ruled him out, which was kind of weird. So I don't know if it just dawned on everybody, hey, we have a back-to-back, or it dawned on Jimmy or whatever. But it went from being reported that he was expected to return against the Pacers, and they could have used him yesterday, to the Miami Heat then ruled him out. Very strange. Very strange.
Maybe he got wind of the schedule.
Perhaps.
What? No, wait. I'll be back.
He goes, but if I miss tonight, that's another 2 weeks because they're not back till Sunday. I don't know. I don't know.
Very strange still, though. A lot of questionable activity around the Heat organization as recently in regards to decision making.
I don't like that. Why? Because we have Terry Rozier, who's like building a brick house, and Kyle Lowry's in the building tonight, and we gave up a first-round pick to swap those guys out. Is that what you're referring to?
Samesies, maybe more or less. Samesies.
I'm gonna tell you what I can't take tonight.
Yeah,
I cannot take Caleb Martin and Kyle Lowry just sinking the Heat tonight. That's gonna send me into a tailspin.
Yeah,
I can't take that.
Can't do it.
But if anybody's got us, the Cats got us.
Oh, the Cats got us.
Because you want to know what's great about the Cats? You know, they give a couple of let-ups against the Devils, but they still want to fight. You know, so it's basically like they won, even though the results say they didn't win. But everybody's been talking about these Winnipeg Jets, right? Oh, the Winnipeg Jets, they only have 2 losses. This is going to be their showcase game. They're going to come in there. Paul Maurice, he's playing friendly with Winnipeg. You know, he's like, oh, if I don't root for the Panthers, I root for Winnipeg. And then, you know who decided Winnipeg is going to be Lose-a-Peg?
Whoa!
You know who decided they were going to be Goose Egg-a-Peg?
Whoa!
Sergei Bobrovsky! Sergei Bobrovsky said, come into my barn, shoot at my net, because nary a puck will get behind these Russian legs. Nary a puck, dude. That's what Sergei Bobrovsky does.
That's right.
That's what he does.
Nary a puck.
Of the season against the top.
I don't know. Here's Bob afterwards. This is him just being like how focused he was.
In the National Hockey League, what do you attribute your team's performance to?
Yeah, I thought the guys did a great job. It was a complete game. All 4 lines are rolling, so it was fun to be part of it. Definitely, it's a big game against a really good opponent.
What were the emotions like when you guys get 3 goals in the second period and maybe able to relax a little bit, at least, you know, with a 4-0 lead?
No, well, you don't think about the score. You play one shift at a time, you know, one moment at a time, and then in the end of the day, in the end of the game, you look at the scoreboard. So obviously, you know, every moment dictate the next one, but you don't want to think too much or be relaxed or be too much focused, you know.
How many times does Bob have to tell you it's one shift at a time? You know, he knows.
He's the most
You
focused
think
person
he
I've ever
looks at the scoreboard.
Yeah.
No, one
He's
play at a time.
Just locked in at all times.
Focus.
You're just
Focus.
taking at the moment.
Made some big saves early. Did you feel like you were in a zone from the get?
I felt pretty good. I felt comfortable. Again, guys did a great job. They allowed me to see the puck. Box out was unreal. So good gaps. So it was a complete game.
It's pretty much like Bob lives in the zone. That's where he's at right now.
It's really good gops.
Like just
He said good gops,
yeah,
and I was like, that's good. That's good hockey talk.
Sipak.
Focus.
Focus.
He really is like that was him after a shutout. Like
Mhm.
you know, a win. You would think someone talking like
a
that.
win over
lost or
everybody's gift to hockey right now, the
Yep.
Winnipeg Jets.
He didn't smile.
But like, do you notice? Here's what the Panthers have done. All right, now the Panthers have been on a great run up until this week, where they lost a couple of the Devils. All right, but this is a team they've toyed with the league. Okay, they've toyed with the league because everybody comes in here and they're like, "You guys aren't going to do that again. You've been to the Cup now 2 years in a row. Playtime is over for the Cats." And Boston, they've tried to do it to the Cats this year, and all the Panthers have done is embarrass them. They just embarrass them. They make them lose their head. Then it was the New York Rangers. Oh, the New York Rangers once again. You know, you're going to go in here. They're going to show you who the true king of the East is. Bah! Get the hell out of here. All right. Doing it with Barkov, doing it without Barkov, doing it with Kachuk, doing it without Kachuk. Because you know who just keeps scoring? Reinhardt. That's what he does. He rolls out of bed. He scores goals. Okay. And the Sams, I mean, you want to talk about green eggs and ham. Sam I am. Samson Bennett and Samson Reinhardt.
Okay.
A couple of Samson stronger than the one from the Holy Books.
And he's back. And he's back. So you're taking some liberties with Leroy back here for sure.
What do you mean, dude?
Taking a little bit of liberties with
Why, do you
Leroy.
want to give me -1 for that?
I think he would have for that one. Right, fine. Brought it back though.
-1.
I'm just telling you right now, dude. Everybody, this is one of those things where, oh, you know, their run is over. It was cute. And I know everybody hates the Cats. But do you know how embarrassing that is? Like Hellebrook comes in here, right? And this guy, you want to know why I don't like him? Okay. I really know nothing about him, right?
All right.
But he thought he was going to walk into this barn, right? And he was going to go and stop the Cats. And the thing is, you ruined Sergei Bobrovsky's celebration last year, Hellebrook. Now, I guess it technically was the voters, not you, but you ruined it because he had to fly across the country, didn't even get to celebrate the Stanley Cup just to watch you get the Vezina Trophy. And for what? To give up a 5-piece to the Cats. You were in Hellebrook. That's where you were.
Yeah.
You were in hockey, Hellebrook.
Wow.
And that's why you're goose egg a peg.
Hey, Leroy, this guy has had a segment.
Yeah.
He's had a segment.
Well, me too, because the guy that came over does not speak one lick of English.
Use that Google Translate.
Happens all the time.
So I'm trying to explain to him what's going on. He called me because he couldn't get into the development. So I had to go drive to the gate, show him how to get in, using no words, of course.
Love that.
Words mean words.
And I'm explaining it to him what's going on with the air condition, and he's looking at me like this.
It's a big word for me, dog.
So this is going to go well.
He's got it.
No, I told him I'd come check on him. I'm doing a radio show, and he went,
huh?
Yeah.
He went Radio Libre.
We'll take a break.
This is fun.
We'll take a break. Our Tua is next.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Valoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys. Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of
to the program. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. It's a Monday rewind brought to you in part by your South Florida Chevy dealers. You're looking for power, capability, and technology with Chevy trucks. You're ready for anything. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. The Miami Dolphins victorious over the Raiders, 34-19. Jonnu Smith, he says the Dolphins got the best QB in the world. Antonio Pierce, he had nothing to say.
Nothing, dude.
Mike McDaniel, he always has something to say. He was asked about,
does that to you.
Mike McDaniel was asked about Zach Sieler after the game.
Man, glad to have that big fella back.
Oh, dude, you're not kidding. What a monster. He's a jerk.
What a monster.
And Calais Campbell. Will you now admit, after seeing Calais Campbell get yet another sack, will you start venturing over to my side that what he's doing at his age is just as impressive as what LeBron is doing at his age?
No.
Why?
No.
I didn't like that after I made that argument. LeBron had his fourth straight triple-double.
He's like having a great season.
He's having a great season. Nobody's disparaging LeBron.
Then, yeah, you are. You are by comparing Calais Campbell to him.
I think it's dude.
Here's what I would give you. You can put Calais Campbell, LeBron, Tom Brady in the same conversation as this. Both guys are still at their age. Those guys at their age are still able to play their sport at a high level.
Elite.
No. Stop.
Elite. You
Aaron Donald is elite.
You don't think this has been an elite season for Calais? Now, is it because he missed the block punt?
No, it's because he doesn't play every play. He plays 30 plays a game.
Yeah, but those 30 plays, I mean, they're better.
Yeah,
than
but that's what separates. That's what separates him from LeBron and from Tom Brady.
It's because they're ball hogs, dude.
No. Oh my goodness.
It's not his job. If his job was to have the ball, then it would be different. It's not his job.
If he played every play, I'd say okay.
His job is havoc.
But when he gets tired, he can come out. LeBron and Tom Brady didn't have that luxury.
Okay, well, would you argue though? Like,
I gave you the argument. I gave you the answer to it.
I don't love it. I don't love it.
Really?
All you're saying is they're more famous. That's it.
No.
And would you agree with this? Would you agree with this?
Yeah, LeBron's more famous, and Tom Brady's more. They also did. Oh my! I don't want to have this. Here's why I don't want to have this conversation. Because because what Calais Campbell is doing is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to take away from that by having your ridiculous argument.
Not a ridiculous argument.
Didn't realize you hated Calais Campbell.
It really is.
It's okay. LeBron spends $1.5 million on to keep his body the way that it is, right? At 40.
Calais is
just rolling out of bed. I mean, I'm sure he works out a little bit, but come on, dude. That's just giant genetics.
Body by empanada.
He's walking out the cave. That's really just what he's doing.
And I don't want to take away from what Calais Campbell is doing.
You can't
but
take away.
You have said, hold on. But what you have done is force me to have an argument against a person I don't want to have an argument against.
Right. But I don't think what I'm doing is saying anything.
You're going too far.
I don't think I am. I don't think I am. I don't think I am.
Okay.
It's just because it's LeBron and you love LeBron.
No.
It's okay.
No.
I have all the
it's not
respect in
that.
the world for LeBron.
It's not that. It's not that.
Mhm.
Here's what I would say you can put him in the same conversation as Chris Paul.
Why?
Because that's compatible.
Why? That's not fair.
Still able to play at a high level, but not Pro Bowl level or, the level that they played early on in their career, but still pretty damn good.
I don't like it.
But that's an accurate analogy.
That's what you're giving them? Spurs CP3, Thunder CP3, Suns CP3.
But I'm just saying that's the equivalent to it.
Are you giving him Warriors? Man, he's been on a lot of teams.
Yeah. He very quickly became a journeyman. When did that happen?
Crazy.
CP3, point guard, now journeyman.
Anyway,
signed them $20-30 million checks. I mean,
his running mate though, Zach Sieler.
Oh,
Mike McDaniel had an interesting quote about him yesterday.
Man, I missed that guy. 2 weeks.
2 weeks too much. Stupid Liam Eichenberg poking him in the eye. I know nobody will cop to it, but come on. And you got to admit, like, Liam Eichenberg has had the behavior of an eye poker in the last couple of games.
Oh, he's an eye poker, dude.
Zach Sieler, Mike McDaniel, he had some interesting thoughts on Sieler it on up.
Zach is personally he's probably like my he's my binky, I would say. I don't like going game day without him. He's the guy when we pray together in the locker room that sits next to me every single week. And a lot of guys have really, if they didn't already appreciate what type of playmaker he is for us. Every opponent ends up saying that he's probably better than they realized. And that's good for us. So hopefully they keep doing that.
Who's still sleeping on Zach Sieler? What idiot goes into the game plan is like 92?
Yeah.
Was that strangely like efficient? Like that
for him?
Yeah, like that was like 40
He's the most
seconds.
efficient after games.
That was
He's
crazy. that must have been because I was like, I didn't hear like the ums. He didn't talk in circles.
Now Monday after press conference.
Oh, that's the worst.
That literally is doozy today.
Dang.
It's gonna be a doozy, dude.
I got to tell you, man, that Zach Sieler, he's a menace.
Menace, dude.
Love it.
What do you think Zach Sieler would say to being referred to as Mike McDaniel's binky?
He goes, "Yeah, I wear him with a rope around my neck." Oh, and then he'll go, "Oh, you meant I was his binky." I could just see Zach Sieler putting him up on. You know what I start thinking of? Ludicrous. We can't say the line. But if Zach Sieler had Mike McDaniel around his neck on the chain.
When he says that he sits next to Zach Sieler praying in the locker room, like I picture Mike McDaniel in a Zach Sieler baby Bjorn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Zach Sieler's baby.
Zach Sieler could swaddle Mike McDaniel. Just wrap him up in a blanket and just swaddle him.
I think he did. After that Skylar Thompson performance, he's like, "It's okay, Mike.
It'll be fine. It'll be good."
Shh.
But you notice, here's funny, and here's how this works. Soon as Zach Sieler got back, Chop started making plays. Go figure, that inside pressure.
Chop.
He's all over he's all over the backfield. He might not hit nobody, but he is a menace.
No, his like pressure rates, all the metrics of him, he's been amongst the best in the league. It's
right. He just don't get the sack.
He got it last week though.
He got it 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
But like Zach Sieler's baby, like that thing, what is that binky made of? Like alligator skin?
That's what I'm thinking.
Like I feel like Zach Sieler.
I feel like Zach Sieler's baby is holding like a Bud Light. And he's got facial hair already.
Zach Sieler's baby has already trapped a Burmese python with its bare hands.
Yeah,
his blanket is made of like dehydrated meat. Yeah, exactly. Just jerky. Middle of the night, doesn't need a bottle. He just bites his blanket. Goes back to sleep.
Just give
You
Zach
imagine
Juice
that
some
kid when
jerky.
he's in preschool. Oh,
Oh man, Zach Sieler's baby's gonna have a deer head on his tricycle.
Yeah. Camouflage diapers for sure. Absolutely.
camo diapers.
Oh man, we'll take a break. We're being silly. Take a break. Back after this. All right. Welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Whiskey Stars and Cigars is almost here. It's Wednesday, you rascals. It's presented by WQAM and Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. You guys can talk sports with us. The Silly Sauce crew is going to be there. Tobin, Leroy, Marcos, Murderer.
Yeah. And I'm going to be hosting a game.
Are you?
No, but I'm going to throw that in there. Maybe
just suggestion box.
I mean, what are we going to be doing? Let's just do a little.
What are we going to be doing?
We got time for a game, talking sports.
Yes. I mean, you didn't want me to turn off Prices Right today. You love games so much.
I mean, she was going to get the deal, dude. Like, she had it in front of her.
It's going to be at Tabacón Cigars and Spirits at Plantation Walk. You guys can enjoy a sample of Aberfeldy 12-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey and a cigar from Drew Estate. That is this Wednesday in a couple days at Tabacón Cigars and Spirits at Plantation Walk, presented by Ed Morse Sawgrass Auto Mall, your 2023 Dealer of the Year. Also brought to you by the Main Man. There's nobody better to help you flip your biz and cash out big than the Main Man. And by the injury law firm of Cohen and Judah, where a partner handles every single case. Call them up, 866-FAIR-FEE. Also, JFig has some concert tickets to give away.
Ooh.
Papa Roach and Rise Against are coming to the I Think Financial Amphitheater in 2025, and we've got your chance to go see them. Just keep listening to our show for details, and it's a Live Nation show. JFig says that's wild. I'm assuming that means she's excited about that concert.
Who is it? Papa Roach and who?
Papa Roach and Rise Against.
That's right. I think
Rise Against.
Rise
dude.
Against. I think I heard them at Rockville.
I saw, dude. I was you want to know like things I listen to is I was like watching some YouTube this weekend. Nothing but Rockville ads.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
I don't know when
we started it. We started the trend.
Mm-hmm.
Now people want.
We made that concert.
Yeah, we did.
We made that concert, dude. The Heat, we got some Heat news. Heat are back at it tonight against the Philadelphia 76ers at 7:30. Preheat begins at 6:15. Joel Embiid, this is just coming across the wire. He has been downgraded to doubtful tonight.
Ooh.
Illness.
Oh, yeah.
Illness.
That's that poppy steak for a whole weekend. That's that illness, dude.
What, pray tell, could make Joel Embiid ill a week in Miami?
Alcohol poisoning?
Very interesting.
Very interesting indeed.
So the 70s, I don't believe they have Tyrese Maxey today either. So it looks like it's going to be Paul George and them boys against the Heat, which have to wonder. I wonder if that's going to make the Heat, if that's going to affect any of their decisions with Jimmy tonight or what that's going to do. You know, who knows? But we will find out. But Joel Embiid, very much seeming like he is out tonight. He is listed as doubtful with an illness tonight. No Joel Embiid. Jimmy Butler. I mean, it's probably, but we don't know.
You mean the American Niko?
Oh, dude. What? This is adorable.
Something's going on there.
Well,
there's a bromance brewing.
It's been brewing.
Been there.
This is what we know. Like Jimmy's had Nikola Jovic's picture in his locker. Remember, he traveled to a G League game for him.
Yep.
He has him dine with him on the road, and so Niko, the Heat lost last night, but on Friday night that was a good game. And Nikola Jovic, dude, with the mask, the Zorro mask.
Yeah, that mask a little bit pointier than I remember.
You know what? I'm tired of everybody having to point out what his nose looks like. His nose is his nose.
All right.
His nose is his nose.
Rip Hamilton's mask would never.
He is that right. You know what? People have different faces.
Okay.
People have different faces, Frog Boy. We don't have to
point
point out that the beak looks a little beaky.
Just a little beaky on that one. Space when Jimmy Butler was wearing that.
Jimmy Butler supported him by wearing the mask the entirety of the game on the bench. And Niko, do you have this? Niko was asked about it afterwards, Leroy, and here's what Nikola Jovic had to say. You need a couple minutes here, Froggy?
I do. Sorry.
I thought when you brought it up, I thought that you found the clip.
No, that's my fault. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's in Daily Sound. It's in Daily Sound.
No problem. 30 seconds minimum.
But did you see that, Leroy? Did you see? And by the way, it was good to see that game on Friday. The best thing to see was Bam. Bam had the game was kind of slipping, little momentum because Kevin Love came out and he did this thing where he scored 15 points in 3 minutes. It was
My favorite.
crazy.
That's my favorite thing to do.
I was like, what is this? He couldn't miss.
He's
There are
efficient,
times where
dude.
Kevin Love, like, he generally just makes it 2010. And he's just like, guess what? I'm going to be 2010 Kevin Love for like 8 minutes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you guys-
And this is what I mean about Calais Campbell. Kevin Love can come in and give you 8 of the best minutes you've ever seen, and you start thinking, and then he gets to 9 minutes, and you're like, okay.
No, that's not Calais Campbell, though. That's not Calais Campbell. I don't like what you're doing. Now you're
He doesn't.
making
He
Kevin
plays.
Love-
He plays a limited amount of plays. Do you realize that, right?
I understand, but his play in those limited amount of plays, he leads the team in all negative defensive plays, like
Yes.
tackles for loss, sacks, forced fumbles,
Mhm.
pass deflections.
Mhm.
You're telling me he's doing that in a limited amount of plays, which would make it even more impressive.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Anyway, Kevin Love, they got the lead up to like 22, right? And then Rick Carlisle, he pulled all his starters. He was embarrassed by them, which he kind of knew that they were going to come out with a lot more energy yesterday. But in that Friday night game, so then they bring in the scrubs, and the scrubs start making a comeback. Thankfully, Bam Adebayo, he said, enough of this bleep, and he actually started making jump shots. And he was
Couple of threes.
He was peacocking, dude. It was great to see. Much needed for Bam Adebayo. But Niko also had a tremendous game. And afterwards, he was asked about Jimmy Butler being a big fat copycat. Here's what was said to the reporter.
Having all these fans around, me, and he just trying to be cool. That's it, yeah. Not much more than that.
So you are the Serbian Jimmy Butler?
Or he's American me. What was it like to see Jimmy wearing a mask on the bench?
He's American Niko. I mean, first of all, the first question was just ridiculous.
Why?
So you're Serbian Jimmy Butler?
That's a great question.
It's a good question.
It's a great question.
Ask a question with another question. No, he's Serbian Niko.
It's great. It's a point for Niko.
Yeah.
Other craziness happened this weekend. That was Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Oh,
now, can I preface this by saying this?
Are you going to make this about you and Chuck Norris?
No.
Okay.
Oh, but I can.
Can we go down
Please
that?
don't.
Okay.
So let me just say, I get everybody wanted to see Tyson and Jake Paul, but the fights before that were unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And it got to the point after the two ladies fought, Taylor and was
Serrano.
Suarez, was it?
Amanda Serrano.
Serrano, right. After those two fought,
Completely robbed, by the way.
yeah.
Rob, dude.
They couldn't do nothing for me. So I wasn't going to be disappointed in the card no matter what happened between Jake Paul and Tyson.
I understand, but nobody was
that
there.
fight was so good.
It was a great fight. Respect, but nobody was there to watch that. Like everybody was there to see
I
the
know,
talent show.
but I'm just saying, I wasn't either. And listen, Netflix,
Bro.
if you want to hang out with the big boys,
Why do they suck at this? I don't understand. How does a company that's so ahead of everybody on the streaming game, why are
be
they
bad
so
at
bad?
streaming
How is this happening?
because it's
I don't
live
understand.
streaming.
I don't understand this.
Because
Like I had made a
live
love
streaming is different.
I had made a Love Is Blind joke on Twitter, but apparently the Love Is Blind like reunion or finale was live. Also terrible. This was a big issue.
It's live versus.
But Leroy, they have more money than everybody in the streaming world.
I know. It's still, listen, no matter how deep you are into the game, once you venture into something new, right, you may even outdo yourself. I personally think that more people watched those two events than they thought would.
How?
I don't know.
How is that possible?
I don't know. They need to fix it before they start getting these NFL games before Christmas.
They got it coming up.
I'm gonna tell you, buddy. Now, How many people watched that Jake Paul Tyson fight?
They are claiming they had 65 million viewers,
which is ridiculous.
Yep.
No, but I believe it because it's worldwide.
I believe it too.
And what about the old Indian showboat? The boxer, the guy was from India. Showboat.
Oh, was he in the undercard?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't see the undercard?
I didn't see that fight. I only saw Serrano Taylor.
Wait, he humped the guy.
Did he?
Got him in the corner, turned around, he started humping him.
I've seen that move before.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to be fair. That's good offense.
What?
Belucci.
Not yet.
No, that's not your thing, Frog Boy. Not your thing.
Yeah, but it was bad. It was like
it was a terrible. It was a terrible.
Great that everybody was there for the undercard, but like Mike Tyson barely could get to the ring.
Right.
And it was very sad. And if anybody should have had a car take him to the ring, it should have been Mike Tyson. And
right.
It was rough.
You could tell when he was walking back to the corner. You could tell. And on the way to the ring, you could tell he shouldn't be fighting.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it took him a long time. It took him longer than it did the car.
I don't know who thought that was a great idea. I don't know, like you should have used the bullpen car like it was Major League. Like I don't. Who thought having
that was a long walk?
It was a long walk. It was a long walk.
Are you shocked at how many people went to Jerry's World to see it?
No.
Okay.
Mike Tyson's an icon, dude. Like
I understand.
He makes people feel feelings in sports that like nobody else.
Yep.
Like nobody else. And tricks people into disbelief. Like tricks people into thinking, oh, he's gonna turn back the clock. And we talk about Father Time all the time. We've been making fun of Aaron Rodgers, all that type of stuff. Dude, there's nothing that ages you quicker and you'll notice it faster than fighting.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Look at Stipe this past weekend. I mean, Stipe, like that wasn't Stipe. Jon Jones whooped his ass, but also Stipe was 42. You know, like it was noticeable how much slower he moved.
Right.
And to have this idea that Tyson was going to do anything against Jake Paul, I mean, crazy.
And if you had any thoughts that there was a chance for Tyson, it was gone within the first 15 seconds of the first round.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He did that one swing, and it was like, that's it.
Well, you could just
now
see,
he
like,
moved.
Roy Jones
The funny thing is he moved. He was moving and bobbing and weaving and stuff like that.
He had a couple.
It almost looked choreographed.
He had a couple bob and weaves in there, dude. But like when he was straight up, like you could see, like first of all, he had a giant knee brace on.
Right. And by the way, I know Roy been around the game a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Tyson been biting his glove forever.
He has.
Why did he keep bringing that up?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
But Tyson always did that.
Well, Tyson explained it afterwards. This was him with Ariel Helwani in the ring.
The broadcast team was debating what you were doing with your glove. Was it a mouthpiece issue or were you just biting on your glove? What was that? Could you tell us?
Oh, I have a habit of biting my gloves when I fight, yes.
Why do you do that?
I have a biting fixation.
I've heard about that. I don't want to know more.
He does. Like it because of the way the fight was going, it looked bad. But even when he was doing it, I knew he always does that. Well,
yeah, I was more worried about the walking. Like that was.
My goodness, dude.
Like you could just like him trying to step forward looked like a problem. And I gotta like, you know, I'm giving Jake Paul no credit for doing this because he ski masked everybody once again because you guys all believed or people actually believed that Mike Tyson had a chance. And by the betting lines, I'm serious. Like they said it was the most bet on fight in DraftKings history. And Mike Tyson's odds just kept going down. So you guys actually were betting on this old man, which makes you stupid. And the only thing I can give Jake Paul credit for is thank you for not murdering that old man. Thank you. Yeah. Because he could have really hurt him. I know Dana White.
There was a couple of times where he got carried away and, you know.
Yeah. Like I know Dana White said yesterday because he likes to take pot shots. He said afterwards, like, I told you Jake Paul could do nothing to Mike Tyson. No, he chose to do nothing to Mike Tyson.
Oh, my goodness.
He chose to do nothing to Mike Tyson, Dana. And, yeah, the one thing I'll say, though, I don't know really where Jake goes after this. You know, like, I think this is kind of it. I think we're not going to see him fight for a long time. Because I don't really know what do you do after this?
Yeah,
Who
I'm
do you
trying to
fight?
think. There's no real because I'm like Connor, but that's not gonna happen.
Connor's not fighting.
It's not gonna happen.
So what if he like he can't really go into the ring with somebody who, you know, like what were they talking about? They were talking about he should fight the
He said he was asked about Canelo.
no, not Canelo. He can't fight Canelo.
He's not gonna fight Canelo. Canelo's not gonna fight him. Canelo doesn't need him.
Yeah. What about Wilder?
Wilder, there it is.
I said that. I said if the only thing people want to tune in for is to watch him get obliterated. So the only thing that you could do is fight it. You could fight Deontay Wilder. You can fight Francis Ngannou, but he's not going to do that. Like, why is he going to put himself in a place? Like, that's the thing. That's that. Do you guys not realize this is the trick? I keep explaining this to you. The entire trick is put somebody in the ring with me who I obviously will not lose to. But you think that I will. If I fight somebody that I will lose to, that's not fun for me. I like to make you think I'm going to lose, but I have no chance of losing. That's why I put myself against the senior citizen. But you boomers went out there thinking, oh, it's going to be this time. He's going to dial it up.
Tyson's going to dial it up.
Let me just get this straight. You guys think he's going to go in there with 6'7" Deontay Wilder with hammers, and he's going to fight him? Crazy. But I really don't know what he does otherwise. I think his next move might be MMA. Like, I think that might be his next thing.
What about Cap for Life said Masvidal? Boxing background?
No.
I just feel like he's done that. You know, like,
I don't too much bigger.
You guys know I love Jorge,
true,
but
true.
you know I love Jorge, and Jorge's making his return to MMA anyway. He's going back to UFC.
Okay,
He'll fight on the Miami card. But
nice.
I don't like he's fought Nate, he's fought Anderson Silva, he's fought Tyron Woodley.
Yeah.
I just feel like you've gone to that well too many times. So unless it's
Makes sense.
a Francis Ngannou that people think he's going to get demolished, but now maybe his next fight is an old MMA guy in MMA because he's got the partnership with the PFL. So that could be like his next thing. But no, he's not gonna do that. Fight Deontay Wilder. He's not gonna fight Francis Ngannou.
Who would be a respectable? Because you know the trick. You just explained the trick now.
He can also have a rematch
with Tyson.
No,
not with Tyson. Please, no.
He should fight Tommy Fury. That's right. His brother did.
I don't think enough people care about Tommy. First of all, he's a pig who left Molly May.
Whoa, he did.
He's a pig.
What?
Yeah, he cheated on Molly May with multiple women because he was partying with Chris Brown. I hope Darren Till takes your head off, Tommy Fury.
Whoa.
You bum.
So would that be the first fight where they want Jake Paul to knock him out?
I don't know.
That's the whole.
Probably in England, they probably do.
Jay Fig didn't even know.
Yep.
It's just like this is
pig.
This is horrible.
A handsome pig.
A handsome, very, very, very
dreamy-eyed pig.
Brown-eyed, perfect hair, chiseled body, pig. Handsome, by the way.
Velvet, dreamy. Take a break. Back after this.
WQAM broadcasting.
Bum, 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 bum.
This guy's a ball.
It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to gather around the locker room.
Yes, sir.
And Leroy will hand out his game balls in game. Boom! What do you got, Leroy?
I think I'm gonna give a game ball to Zach Sieler.
Yeah.
Like, you don't realize the impact he has made since he's come back. But it seems like everybody on that offensive line or defensive line, business has picked up since he's gotten back. And so, what an unbelievable game. The guy's all over the place. He ain't the fastest, but he always seems to get where he needs to go. Whether it's making a tackle for loss, a sack, running down the line of scrimmage on a screen pass, all over the place. So good to see him back. Hell of a game. Kind of makes it easier for the other guys on the defensive line. And I can tell you, that's not what anybody thought he was going to be when they re-signed him, that he was going to make that much of an impact. So kudos to him. My game bum. Let me tell you something. I don't know how intangibles feel about wildlife. Y'all like playing with the animals and what have you. The other day, I was leaving my house early in the morning, and I was driving, and an animal jumped out of the bushes in front of my car.
What?
So I thought it was just a neighborhood cat. Snickers. So I got out because I thought I ran over him. Walked to the front of the car. I say, Snickers, Snickers. It was a damn raccoon. And he stood up and
jeez. Did he attack you?
No. He didn't have time to. I got my car. I said, you better move. I'm going to run over you.
Okay. Yeah, you were looking for Snickers. That was a Twix. Definitely different. Definitely angry. A little bit extra. They have rabies, right? Those are the ones that have rabies?
All of them have
Not
rabies.
all of
I
them,
mean, but
but
they are
yeah.
capable of
Hey,
carrying rabies. By the way,
listen,
possums are not.
I was gonna say,
Can I call it a timeout? Because a guy's
go ahead.
running through my house that speaks zero
Go
English.
ahead. Go ahead. Leroy's dealing with an AC issue today.
Fine, I'll give you my game balls and game bums from this weekend.
Who is your game balls and game bumps from the weekend?
My game ball from this weekend goes to Amanda Serrano.
Great fight, dude. Great fight, even though she got screwed.
Screwed for sure. But I think the best thing that has happened since this whole Jake Paul thing started was the introduction of Amanda Serrano to the public, because every single time he has a fight, she's always on the penultimate fight, and she always does a great job. So she definitely
did great. She did do great. She did do great. Everything good, buddy?
Yeah, they after a few words, they're not going to charge me.
Oh, all right.
Because here's the deal. I had 2 units installed 3 years ago.
Okay.
Last year, I had a Freon leak, and they told me, hey, these things happen. You know, we just installed the unit. That's from the manufacturer or whatever, or the Freon leak. They charged me like $800.
Yeesh.
The same thing happened to another unit a year later. And I'm like, no, buddy. I said, I'm going to raise all kinds of hell. You don't want none of this smoke. No, sir.
Man.
No, sir. And I couldn't tell him to nobody because he don't speak English, so he don't know. So they called, and I'm like, listen, wait a minute. Wait. She goes, well, we just installed it and whatever. I said, but you got the money? So, like, you decide to sell that unit. So they said, which is probably, now I'm thinking they probably shouldn't have charged me for the last one to fix.
You're already 800 down. The least they can do.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Go in there and just fan you.
Yeah, literally.
But like right away too. Yeah, hey, let me tell you something. You at home, it's at night, it's about one of them 83, 84 degree nights. You turn on your AC, you lay in bed, you know if it ain't blowing cold air.
Of course.
And so I went outside a couple of days ago and tried to listen. It was trying to blow cold air. I said, Mel, we got to shut it off. She said, well, I'm going to sleep where the AC is. She just left me hanging.
Wow. Rats up a shit?
Yeah.
Oh,
so she's sleeping out there on the couch. I'm just, and it's, thank God it's been cool. So it hasn't been hot.
Right.
Right. So it's been cool.
Time to happen.
Right. Time to happen. It's going to get cooler this week, folks. Yeah. We go get our first little cool down. Yeah. You and your significant other have a little cuddle time. Right.
Yeah.
Hey, am I the only one that want to go see Red One?
I mean, I will go with you if you need a friend to go.
No, you got kids. Kids don't like to see Red One.
My son, what's the next one he wants to see? He doesn't want to see Red One. We're seeing Sonic 3. That's what we have. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is coming
because
out.
Your son is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
everything he does is very aggressive.
Yeah, that's already set in stone. We're doing that.
Hey, I used to think that the previews were for me, but for kids, they mark their calendar.
Oh yeah.
My daughter may not be able to remember something from school, but she will come to me all the time and say, hey, isn't that movie coming out this week? I'm like, what movie? 2 months ago when we went and saw that one movie and we saw the previews, yeah, I think it's coming out this week.
Thankfully, I dodged Wild Robot. I thought for sure I was going to have to see Wild Robot.
I did see that one.
Did you cry?
That one. I didn't finish it, but it seems like it's going to be a tearjerker. Just kind of like, I can do without this one.
I saw my wife watching The Dumbest Movie on Netflix. Hot Snowman.
What?
I'm sorry.
Yes. That's what it's called.
That doesn't work though. You can't.
Is that the one on Netflix? She falls in love with Jack Frost.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw a preview for that.
It's called. I think it's called Hot Snowman.
I'll be the judge of that.
I'm like, she says, "Ooh, new movie out. You want to watch it? What's the name of it? Hot Snowman." Nah, I'm a pass. She goes, "Yeah, it sucked."
Not surprising.
Handsome though.
Take a break.
What? Like, who cares? Like, a snowman need to be a damn snowman, and if it's 85 degrees or 90 degrees, you know he ain't supposed to survive. So what is he doing that would enable him to survive? And then all of a sudden, he looked like he melted.
We'll get into the more of the NFL weekend as the Dolphins were victorious 34-19. Their path to the playoff is clear. Can they stay on that path? That's next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy back with you here, 560 WQAM. Hey, Leroy, can we get a weather update from the Demesman Law Firm, your accidentattorneys.com, free consultations 24/7, call at 866-954-MORE.
Mostly cloudy skies. Winds are about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Winds are coming out of the, looks like northeast. And I would say it's just a little bit above 80.
How you do, Froggy?
It is indeed mostly cloudy at the moment. 81, just above 80, like he said. Winds at 11 miles per hour, just like he said. Winds coming out of the east-southeast, though. Leroy,
East-southeast.
Yeah.
That means it should be coming over my head this way, and I see him moving this way. My house faces east, so that's northeast.
All right. Weather.com is lying. I trust Leroy more.
I do.
Sometimes I could be off, because sometimes, keep in mind, when it's mostly cloudy, the movement of the clouds becomes a little deceiving. So
Miami Heat, they are back on the hardwood tonight, 7:30 against the Philadelphia 76ers. They finished their road trip 2-4. Jimmy Butler think that he's going to be back tonight. He was supposed to be back yesterday, but they did have a back-to-back, so thought is that he will be back tonight. They'll be wearing their City Edition uniforms tonight, debut of the Blood Red. So get a look. I'll be boots on the ground for that.
What was that? What was that reaction, Leroy? What was that reaction to that, huh?
Like we're used to seeing, more in their jersey.
Pizzazz.
Yeah,
maybe they look better in person.
Huh?
Maybe they look better in person. I don't know.
No, because even the ones that look plain, like they would explain the detail of the uniforms, and then they made it really cool.
Well, it's the same as last year. It's just red instead of black.
Right.
I just liked the black last year better. I like the way it looked better.
Basketball is the opposite of football.
You were at the Heat store?
Yeah, I was yesterday.
I saw a fan who was wearing it already. And they were at the Pace. They were there, but they were in Indiana.
Oh wow!
Yeah, very impressive.
Wow,
very impressive.
Yeah.
But there are people who will collect every jersey, no matter what.
For sure. Remember that yellow jersey from a
No, I'd prefer not to.
Okay, it's a good time.
Looks like old Cavs jersey.
I prefer not to.
All right.
Hey, I love you guys.
Okay.
Well, I got a little too cute with those trophy golds. All right, that's the end of my talk.
I love how you address Kaseya Center as you're like looking in the direction.
I just want to make sure they hear me.
For sure.
I know, I know I'm on a microphone in the radio, but just personally, I just want them to know, just so I'm clear. All right.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're gonna open the window now. Really nice of you, guy. That direction over there.
All I'm saying is, we got a little too cute with the trophy golds. That's it. Close the window now.
Perfect. Great. Closing the window plex.
Say it to my face. Like he said. I was looking right at you when I said it.
But the Heat, Joel Embiid looks like he's not going to play tonight. Sick. Sick. He's not going to play.
Sick of what? Losing?
I get. Well, they have a rough record. I mean, you think the Heat have a rough record at 5-7, 2-10.
Oh,
sheesh.
Paul George is like, I made the right choice.
Woo. Jaime Jaquez sprained his ankle yesterday because that damn intangible TJ McConnell was in his way.
Damn it.
So he stepped on TJ. I gotta hate TJ McConnell. I mean, he's just all over the place.
Yeah, I think he's in the lead right now as far as like Heat killers that I'm most scared of.
Oh yeah,
I think it's TJ
McConnell, he just kills you with floaters and runners. Yeah. Has no interest as an intangible in shooting threes.
I even saw him get a rebound. I'm like, how does that even happen?
Oh yeah, he got that he just McConnelled us so hard.
Did you see the one shot where the guy almost shot it off the shot clock and it went in?
Yes.
I'm like, how did that go in?
Halliburton, it didn't hit a shot all night except for the two biggest threes because Duncan brought him all the way back 97-97. Then Halliburton off the scramble hits the three, gives them back the lead. I'm like, oh man, not our night. Cats, they shut out the Winnipeg Jets 5-0 on Saturday night. Sergei Bobrovsky's 27 saves. They are back in Winnipeg tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Love the Cats.
Lose a peg.
Yep. Goose egg a peg.
Oh, pretty good.
Last time we talked about this, Leroy, though, we were talking in that segment and you were gone and I accidentally had an oopsie daisy on the air.
Leroy.
You 2 for 2. You had one.
I
on
know.
Friday,
I don't know what's
too. What are you
wrong with
doing?
me.
Crazy.
Like,
Getting crazy. He was talking about.
I didn't even curse with the raccoon story.
You know what? And
that was
I
curse word.
appreciate that.
Hey,
You're a
dude,
professional.
No. Dude, I walked around the front of my car, and that thing stood up on its hind legs, and my inner self said, "That's not a cat."
Nice raccoon.
Hey, no, you ain't even have to say nothing. Like, I
there.
went from protection of the animal to if he dies, he dies. Like I was going.
We wiped that off the record, though, right, Frog Boy?
Oh yeah, no. There's no way that I wanted to keep you. No, I got it right here.
What? It's enough to drive you bat bleep crazy.
I'm
sorry. I apologize.
What
I apologize.
Are you
What's going on with me lately? I apologize. Did you get that?
I got it.
You know what? I've been very.
It's enough
to just drive you bat. Why am I so unprofessional?
But wait, my question is, you almost said it twice.
I know. Well,
you almost
whenever I do that, my instinct is immediately to look for the dumb button that we no longer have. Because I go back to our $7.90 the ticket studio days, we had 900 dumb buttons. They were all.
Oh yeah, everybody had a dumb button.
I'm just.
You remember when remember Stugotz and they used to play chicken with it?
Oh yeah.
That is, to me, it's like you stumbled and then you must have been just so infuriated by Indiana.
I cannot tell you I cannot stress this enough. Okay. Professionally, not personally, but professionally, the worst 3 days of my life. I hate that city.
All right.
I hate that city. Did you see that the Heat went to go to a Hoosiers game over the weekend?
Oh, really?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, Jaime, Duncan, Thomas Bryant, and Kel'el Ware, who didn't play yesterday, by the way, when it was like 60-20 in pain points. That was a great move, by the way. No, why aren't you going to play him, Spo?
Okay.
It's the city. You know, he's got a homecoming going. You can't play him a few minutes. I mean, Miles Turner's sitting here. He's dunking on everybody left and right. You don't think we could just trot Kel'el out there for? And he goes, "Oh, well, they played a small lineup." Could have fooled me, dude. That was a small lineup because all I saw was Siakam and Miles Turner 2-on-1 and Bam on a bio. And he's probably like, "Can
I don't. The some of the times the explanations of why he doesn't play people, because it was clear that they were bigger than the Heat, and size would have maybe created more of a deterrent, right?"
It's like Spo just like gives him the Marcos, like, right? He just looks at Kel'el. Kel'el's like watching all the pain points, about to take off his wing.
Like,
Coach, I can really contribute.
Coach, I can block the rim, dude.
And here's what I would also say, and I'm curious to what you guys think. It's more important to get a young guy some consistent run so he can grow.
Right.
Versus playing him and then not playing him for 2 games and then playing him a game. And then, like, that makes it even harder on a young player.
Here's the thing that infuriates me, though, right? Here's the thing that really made me mad about it. All right. And I love Spo, but you know what? You lost us a game on the road trip, so you deserve it. Woohoo! Yeah. This guy had the audacity to come out here and be like, Niko played some minutes at the 5. Oh, really? That's all of a sudden Niko's your backup center, huh? All of a sudden, you want Nikola Jovic to be your backup 5. Well, where the hell was that, Eric Spoelstra? Get Kel'el Ware out on that court. I want him playing at least 12 minutes a night. No excuses.
Just at least tell him, go in there and use his 6 fouls.
Yeah.
Just hack some stuff.
Just go make it happen. And then he's like, "Oh, this was another thing. This Haywood Highsmith, yes, he was building a brick house yesterday, but at least he gets stops, okay? And that game yesterday, infuriating because you knew who was getting the buckets. It was Duncan, it was Bam, it was Tyler, okay? Those three guys were lighting it up. The rest of these guys put out the two best defensive guys you got, and somebody stop TJ McConnell. Nope. Let's have Terry Rozier out there. What?
Josh Richardson.
I was very confused by it. Very confused by Eric Spoelstra's road trip.
Not a good road trip for the coach.
Not a good road trip for the coach. Not a good road trip.
I think all that traveling, they still got to play 3 games in 4 nights. That's
what
crazy.
Is the schedule?
Huh?
And then I was sitting here, Leroy, this was crazy. Look at the pain point differences in yesterday's game.
Yeah, I don't have to. I saw the game.
62 to 80 to 62 to 28. What? 62 to 28 in pain points?
It was like layup line.
Is that triple? Did they triple them?
Spo, 62 paint points. Tallest guy in the court. Shut up, Chris Quinn. Who's the Hall of Famer? Chris Quinn's like, I didn't lose us a game.
Hey, listen, if I was his close friend, he would never live that down for me. He would never live that down.
Hey, Spo, you think we should take a personal time out and play the tall guy?
Okay.
A real cute Wayne Ellington. You think you're going to make smart comments at me? Ridiculous.
Honestly, though, this would extend to like Thanksgiving. I was like his kid, and he's like, "You're gonna go on timeout." I'm like, "I don't know if we have any more of those, coach."
You have the little Spo's giving him sass.
I don't know, Papa. Don't know if you have any more.
I'd like to have a coach's challenge.
Could you imagine?
Technical foul.
Yeah. Now I got a free throw and the ball. And with the ball, I would say, you go in the corner. You take a timeout.
Oh, man.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine that? Like, you say timeout. You don't have any more.
Don't have any more. They're technical.
For sass. Take a break. Back after this. And there was 2 of them. One was living in my grill because at one time I put on the igniter, ran out with his little rat ass
did it
on
scare
fire.
you? What?
Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me.
I like it like that.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy with you here, 560 WKM. Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Hello.
What
How
is
you
that,
doing?
a Martian?
Sort of, yeah.
What is it?
I guess it's a Martian. I don't know.
You don't know.
Hey,
It's a band t-shirt.
Hey Monday?
What's the band
Yeah.
name?
Hey Monday.
Let's see what you did there.
Oh, I just realized I did that. I didn't even know.
Yeah,
There you go.
You knew you
There
pulled
you
that.
go.
We're on.
You knew.
I actually had no idea.
Sneaky.
Let's get to 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored here, which is brought to you by your Southern Lexus dealers. The Lexus December to Remember sales event is why you stay on the nice list. Find yours and get offers on select models, but only for a limited time. Now through January 2nd. Make it a December to remember. Dolphins, they win 34-19 to improve to 4-6 on the year. Keep those playoff hopes alive. The Colts, they did win yesterday because the Jets suck. Colts win. They improved to 5-6. That was the one that hurt because they have the tiebreaker right now over Miami. Dolphins will get their chance to beat the Jets twice. So, and I looked yesterday. That Colts end of schedule is easy. This is what they end with, Leroy. The Colts, they get to close out their final 3 games. Patriots, Giants, Jaguars.
Well, here's why I'm not worried about. Here's why I'm not worried about any of that. For this simple reason. You have a Molotov cocktail at quarterback. Right? He might be able to throw a ball 60 yards, but he still is not where you consider him reliable.
Did play better, though.
No, he did. He did. I'm just saying, like, okay, you think you can count on that every week?
I don't know. Maybe he's just a young guy improving.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's some uncertainty there that I'm not willing to say, oh, those are easy games without even considering that one of them could get them.
I apologize. They play the Patriots in 2 weeks. They close Titans, Giants, Jaguars, which is even worse.
So like 4 games against some of the worst teams in the league.
They got 2 hard ones in there. Okay.
All right.
They got the Lions this week. That's a loss. That's a loss, dog. Then they got the Patriots on the road. We'll see. Then they got Denver on the road, which is also, that's going to be a huge game because that might be for the last spot. Big tie break between them. All right. And then Titans at Giants. I mean, Jaguar. Wow.
Wait, did they bench Daniel Jones? So we got Tommy Cutlets.
Old Tommy Cutlets. They could have gone with Tommy Cutlets or Drew Lock. They're going Tommy Cutlets.
Drew Lock still playing football?
Well, I mean, he's on a roster.
Wow.
Yep.
I love the way they bring these old players and put them on the practice squad.
I'm pretty sure they're just trying to like up the New Jersey sales, but I mean the state, not like Jersey sales. That's why Tommy DeVito's going out there. They're like, what are we gonna do for sales the rest of the way, boys? Put the DeVito kid out there. It'll be good. Everybody from Kearney will come to the game.
Oh my goodness.
You guys want to hear a monster give a great speech to his locker room?
Is this Calais?
I do.
Calais Campbell in the locker room after the Dolphins' victory. Here was Calais Campbell.
I see trees.
That's my fault. Sorry. That's my fault. Sorry.
You asked for it.
This is real speech.
We got 24 hours to feel good, then it's back to work. Yeah, because we dug ourselves a big ass hole. We got a lot of work to do. We ain't this yet. We still hungry. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Hey, play the beginning of that again. Marcos, what you doing in the locker room?
Wait a minute. Was it feel good? Then it's back to work. Yeah, Liz. Marcos,
I thought you were still on vacation.
That is great. Say that, man.
Loves being a hype man.
Talk to him. Save that as a drop. Anytime we need some extra support. There it is.
24 hours to feel good. Then it's back to work. Yeah, Liz.
I gotta have that one to my repertoire. I got a good one, champ. There you go. Talk to him. I got there it is.
Got to stay hydrated, champ.
Got to stay hydrated.
Oh man, I love it. That's a good speech, though.
Yeah, it is.
Hey,
did he say they're still hungry? Is that what he said at the end?
Yeah. We got 24 hours to feel good. Then it's back to work. Yeah, Liz. Because we dug ourselves a big ass hole. We got a lot of work to do. Yeah, we ain't this yet. Yeah. We still hungry. Yeah. Family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family.
We still hungry.
I'm gonna make that same speech at Thanksgiving.
Please record it.
After the second game.
If I stand up at the dinner table and I say this, will it work?
We got 24 hours to feel good. Then it's back to work. Yeah, Liz. Because we dug ourselves a big ass hole. We got a lot of work to do. Yeah, we ain't this yet. Yeah. We still hungry. Yeah. Family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family.
That will be my prayer at the table.
He is the best. I love him so much.
Would Pookie yell back at you?
This is the speech when you go back for the turkey sandwiches?
Yeah, this is the second round. You know.
Now, let me ask you a question. What's better the next day? Turkey sandwich or that spiral ham sandwich?
I'm a turkey sandwich fan. I don't like spiral ham.
I like that spiral ham.
Dade South says keep that we still hungry drop for when Leroy's eating on air.
A 14-second victory speech. We got 3 drops from this guy.
He's got a great voice. He's got a great voice. What can you say? He's a delight.
I see trees of green.
Hey, that did catch us off guard.
Give yourself a point, you rascal.
It really did.
Yeah. Oh, here,
Yeah. We'll say though, he has been impressive. Him, Jonnu Smith's been great.
Now, this Leroy, as a former player, because Joe was rats off a ship on this. But maybe you need to be looking from a different perspective. Omar Kelly proposed this morning that this is the time to do right by Calais Campbell and trade him to a contender.
I don't think he said trade him to a contender. I believe his take was if they lose 2 more games, just release him so he can sign with a contender.
Trade him to Buffalo, I think is what he said.
That's what he said. You can't even trade anybody anymore.
Wait, but we're
him to the Chiefs.
We're making a hell of an assumption. That assumption is he wants to leave.
That doesn't sound like a guy who wants to leave.
He wants to.
That's my point. That's my point, though.
He's still hungry.
Let me tell you something about Calais Campbell.
He is still hungry.
That's a foxhole guy.
Yeah.
That's a foxhole guy.
This guy want him.
I think Calais Campbell will be that fired. He would be that fired up week 17, even if they don't win a game the rest of the year. Because he just wants to he just wants to go destroy Aaron Rodgers.
But that's just that, like, when you have a guy like that on your team, isn't it amazing that somebody let him go?
It's crazy.
Right.
I can't believe anybody's ever let him go.
Right. It seems crazy.
Well, the Jaguars thought it was better to play Blake Bortles, so great job there.
They haven't recovered.
I keep forgetting that he played in Jacksonville.
What? I mean, he should have been Defensive Player of the Year. Ridiculous.
Was he on the same team with Jalen Ramsey?
Sure was.
Wow. That was a hell of a defense.
It was Arizona first, right?
Yes.
And then Jacksonville.
He broke Tannehill's knee.
You know Tannehill was a wide receiver in college.
I heard that.
Hey, but he's breaking everything that he falls on, right?
Fair point.
Okay.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Man, Calais Campbell, though, probably got some really big suits.
No, does he?
He might want to get them cleaned over at A&T Dry Cleaners, you know?
Yeah. For the best dry cleaners South Florida, use our friends over at A&T Dry Cleaners. 40 plus years owned and run. That's our guy. He's a fan of the show and wants to take care of our audience. You can call and text him anytime. His number is 954-610-9383. That's 954-610-9383. And as a special,
got a special.
What's happening?
We got a special deal for all our listeners. This works, man. I just texted me the other day. He goes, guy walks in, says, I know Tobin and Leroy. Bang, 25% off his order. That's how it rocks right there, man. And by the way, we're mentioning Thanksgiving. We know how you pigs are going to eat at Thanksgiving. You're going to get a lot of stains on your fancy clothes, some cranberry sauce, some mac and cheese. You're going to want that polished up and looking nice afterwards. You take that over to Aura at A&T Dry Cleaners. They got a seamstress on site. They can do same-day alterations. You got a picture day coming up. You want to have your wardrobe ready for the holidays. A&T Dry Cleaners. Again, that number, 954-610-9383. They serve all of South Florida, Dade, Broward, and Southern Palm Beach counties. Again, you mentioned Tobin and Leroy. You're getting 25% off your order. A&T Dry Cleaners. Again, that number, 954-610-9383. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy back with you here. It's a Monday Rewind brought to you in part by your South Florida Chevy dealers. You're looking for more power, capability, and technology with Chevy trucks. You are ready for anything. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. And let's mix it on up there, Frog Boy.
All righty then. This mixed bag is brought to you by Rooms to Go. Not really, actually, but I just went there yesterday, purchased a bed. And
a bed for you or for little tadpole?
No, it's a little tadpole. For your boy.
Wow.
Got back from vacation, had one night's rest in my bed, and decided can't do this peasant behavior anymore.
Wow.
Got myself a King Therapeutic Mumbo Jumbo from Rooms.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Love that.
This
What
is not an
what
ad,
kind of lily pad covering do you put on it?
Oh, you think you're so funny with this?
Or do you sleep on a waterbed?
Anyone else? J Vig, what you got? Huh?
Bamboo pillows. I don't
Okay.
know.
You have a bed that you have to hop up onto?
Okay. It is a little bit bigger than taller, so I may have to. All right. Well, I can't celebrate my victories in life, so I might as well celebrate the Dolphins' victories. That is including Zach Sieler's performance.
Sealer it on up.
We have the MVP potentially of the Miami Dolphins.
Ooh.
This is what Zach Sieler feels in regards to his teammates referring to him as such.
It's been a blessing. Obviously, I've had a pretty long journey to get to this point, and to be known by that by my teammates really puts a lot on weighs on my heart in a good way. It's really been a blessing, and God's blessed me to get to this point and to be able to be the leader I am out there and work with these guys. And it's a great group of guys. We've put together a great defensive front and back end, and it's really worked together and kind of play off each other and how to build on each other and communicate between Weaver, McDaniel, and then our D-line coach Clark up front. I mean, it's been amazing. Like additions like Calais and Walker and Brooks just been incredible this season.
Wow.
That's how a captain speaks.
I like it, man. I
Talk
love
about
Zach
MVP.
Sieler.
He named all the coaches, all the other players.
It was like an Oscar speech, you know. He didn't actually win MVP, like, you know, but if he did, that is what his acceptance speech would sound like.
Very true.
You know.
Little
He also
sad
he also wins.
He would also accept the award with a bow, and he'd be dressed in a some kind of camouflage.
Definitely bringing a dip cup up to the stage.
Oh, totally. I do got to say, though.
Can I just say, by the way, too, speaking of somebody who looks like they have a dip cup,
oh,
you know who doesn't make me want to gamble?
Okay.
Who?
Post Malone.
Why?
Find these commercials annoying from him.
Okay.
You know?
Why
Is it just me?
Is that your new?
I think it's just you. Don't you have a thing against him anyway?
Well, I mean, just like I don't have anything against him, but people say he's a bit of a genre hopper. You know?
You have.
I mean, wouldn't that indicate a really good musician that could do that?
Yes, a very diverse musician.
That would indicate he had good country songs.
Whoa!
What?
You're going after Post Malone now, dude?
Saying, dude.
What is like everyone loves
Posty did nothing
Hey, so are you a fan of Jelly Roll?
Oh yeah.
Are you a fan?
Jelly Roll's got maybe the best voice in country music.
Well, he crosses genres too.
Nah, he doesn't though, because he wasn't a successful rapper. Ooh.
Who was?
Post Malone, was he not?
No,
And then
he's always like he was a rapper, but he always kind of made music like this. You just
Yeah.
weren't paying attention.
He showed up one day with Luke Bryan and
No.
and
Even with his own album, he had a lot of collaborations.
He's an industry.
Oh, he had a lot. Oh, so what you're saying is he's basically DJ Khaled with some more lines.
And he can play instruments and he can produce music. So
I tell you what he does. I tell you what he doesn't make me want to do. Bet more anytime touchdowns, because it's just enough of them already. You know, it's a little bit of a JJ Redick thing with him. It's like, I get it, dude. Enough.
That's crossing a line. That's
what do you
that's
mean,
very
dude?
bold of you to say that. It's
Is it? I just like
you're
you guys.
referencing him to JJ Redick.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy.
So you don't think he has any talent?
I didn't say he doesn't have any talent.
Then what's your point?
I'm just saying, like the advertising for his that he does in particular, his ad, that kind of annoy me.
But what does that have to do with his music? You kind of
It didn't have anything. It didn't have anything.
You did.
No. I started it off saying I find his ads annoying, and then you asked me, "Well, he's really talented." Everybody loves him. He's a bit of a genre hopper, and then you said, "Doesn't that mean that
exactly you just boxed yourself in because you had a problem with him before these commercials?"
I don't need the stenographer yet. Then what you said was, "Wouldn't that indicate somebody who is talented?" And then what I said was, "Well, if he had good music and country music, which he does not." And then all of a sudden you're like, "Well, he's got all these collaborations. He did that with his old stuff." Yeah, but those were good songs. These are not.
So you're saying I had some help. Is that a good song?
Yeah,
I don't like that song. Very
That's
annoying.
like if I see you,
I don't like that song.
jamming out that song,
I don't like that song.
I'm going to call you out so hard.
I don't like that song. Like, who is this?
I'll be watching at Whiskey Stars and Cigars. If you dance to one Post
I'm
Malone,
gonna make sure that song comes on too.
I'm just gonna watch you right before
him in this stupid lucky seat. Okay, he's everywhere.
Why? You know what? You attack.
He picks the most randomest people. Yes.
I don't know where. Like you just interrupting Post Malone. We wasn't even talking about music. And you just went after Post Malone. Right.
Remember when he went after Deuce Tatum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did that.
What?
Like just random guys.
I mean, he's a kid. What? How could you do that?
You did that. What else you got?
Sometimes you have to hop genres to get the juices flowing.
Just like anybody else. He doesn't seem fun to gamble with, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Because your $5 anytime touchdown does nothing.
Well, I think that is more fun to gamble with, like people who are like that.
Well,
like,
at $5 you can hose down everybody in the NBA.
What was his bet? Jon Jones to win.
Oh,
great.
You much prefer betting on Stipe and get the odds.
No, I would never bet on Stipe. It was a waste of money if you did. So stupid.
I mean, how big was Jon Jones favorite?
I think it was -700.
Jeez. Like that guy could not fight for 2 years and come back and.
Well, he's the best. What else you got in the mixed bag there, Froggy?
Post Malone. You got to move him around to different things to get the juices flowing. For Jalen Ramsey,
apparently so can't just be happy with what he's whether he was successful at. He goes and mooches off of other stars. Morgan, can I be in country music too?
Okay, I think that was who he was. Jalen Ramsey likes being moved around the defense to get his juices flowing.
There's still times that's happened this year, even, but I feel like I got a good relationship with the coaches, good relationship with Weave, and even in those moments, I might, ask for a little change up, or ask to move around just a little bit, just to get some juice from him. Whether that brings a play or a certain outcome or not, it's just fun to move around, get the juice.
I mean, he didn't have to move around to that interception. Gardner Minshew thought that he was a Raider. You know that like Pierce just like as soon as he threw that pick to Jalen Ramsey, he's just like Minshew.
There's reason why he was holding the clipboard there, Piercy.
Piercy.
Oh man. I know that. Look, he's obviously got some musical talent, Post Malone. It's just like I don't know. He doesn't connote fun gambling time. They should have Michael Jordan do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? He is a gambler, actually. Yeah, that is. But I'd like to see him with that security guard from. I want to see him doing that again. That'd be great. Is
that guy still with us? I thought we lost him.
That's a good question.
What's wrong with you guys?
Security guard, Bulls. I don't know. Like, would I be able to find him from this Google?
I don't know.
Oh, I know his name.
Did I play against Antonio Pierce? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was just after you had retired, he had got drafted.
Yeah.
First year, 2001.
Yep.
Ooh.
This is
John
last
Washback. No longer with us. No longer with us.
Yeah, so you're probably ought to, before you make funny funds and jokey jokes, you probably should have that information. You guys are just like the joke machine guns of the world.
Didn't do the research. Admittedly, I did not do the research.
Oh, well, we know Tobin don't do research.
Just all fun, baby. We're just having some fun.
Wow, really, Smeathan?
What's next? Post Malone's gonna go over with Andrea Bocelli and be like, "I am a classical music." Like, what are you gonna do next, dude? Just please let us know. Post.
Wow.
You know what? I didn't know he was
He's a
blind.
very nice guy, and you're out here just.
I didn't know.
Really?
He was
How
blind.
did you not know that?
Post Malone is blind?
No.
No.
Kelly.
No way, dude.
You know how expensive his tickets are to.
He's a very
Holy
talented man.
smokes.
Let's find out.
I think the cheapest ticket might be close to $1,000.
I looked up his ticket prices on StubHub, and it says, "Don't even worry about it, bro."
He once says Bocelli at the Casella Center on Valentine's Day.
Oh, I love that.
How much? It's ridiculous.
Amaranth. I can check him out at Amaranth a few days after that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. If you want to change a light bulb, you can be there for $100. But anything worth seeing, yeah, 200 minimum. And then as you get closer and closer, we're looking at 1,317, 695, 916. That's fine.
I know what you're laughing at. Don't even.
It's a great.
I can't even read it. I can't even read it.
What happened?
Woo! Don't worry about it. You'll
Can't
see it.
even.
You'll see it in the chat.
Can't even. Can't even.
That's
Object.
messed up. There goes Leroy.
Point for Twitcher.
Hey, jackasses to hear him.
Oh,
That's
I don't know.
That is Jack.
D1 says Stevie Wonder isn't blind. Did you guys see the clip that Mello
right.
had that went viral?
Yes, I
That
love.
Mello was told by Stevie Wonder, "I love watching you play." Maybe Pomani was onto something.
Pomani was onto something, dude. Not sure if that guy is official.
Man.
Oh no.
Time for one more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
why
it's
not?
kind of ruined the fun.
Kind of need one more to break up us getting into trouble
Again.
again.
How about some Aaron Rodgers?
Oh,
now we're talking.
22 for 29 for 170. Yeah, I'd pay $50 million for that.
Hear from that game manager.
Fumble on the final play. Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, dude, my
Another very good
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
play. I was getting rushed. Knew Conk was out there somewhere. I was trying to throw it forward. I don't know if I got hit or it just didn't come off right. I was trying to throw an incompletion. Pretty bad play.
He's having a miserable time, and I love it really bad.
Yeah.
You know what the great part is too? Like, you know what my favorite
That's
part
why
of
old people are miserable, by the way.
Why?
Because they get to that moment in the season where they realize,
Yeah.
I can't be the old me.
Yeah. Oh, the
All
old
I
hate
do
not
is
being able to
take-
do what they used to do.
Right.
But my favorite part of the Aaron Rodgers experience, I love every game now where he's like trying to run away but can't because he's too slow, and they just catch him, and it always ends in a sack. It's like every Aaron Rodgers game now.
Well, yeah, you know why? Because that's what 40 looks like trying to escape. And if you don't want a 40-year-old to not escape or to be able to throw the ball, you probably shouldn't have him playing behind the offensive line. They gave up 65 sacks the year before.
Mike Tyson looks more mobile than Aaron Rodgers.
No, he doesn't. No, he
Oh, I don't know, dude.
No, he doesn't.
Who wins in a race?
The only reason why you can't tell is because Tyson is in a ring, not on the field.
Do you think Tyson was mad when he saw Jake Paul got to use a car for the ring walk?
Oh, he's like, what?
Listen, I could tell by the way he crip
That
walked,
was too extra.
the way he crip walked to the ring, that was it. He looked like he was ready for a nap.
I'll tell you another thing that annoyed me this weekend too, but we gotta take a break.
Why do you do that?
I just have to. We gotta stay somewhat on clock. Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy. It is a Monday. Miami Dolphins victorious.
How do we feel about a split? Like, so we leave on Friday. Canes don't play.
Right.
We get a Panthers win.
Panthers destruction.
We get a Heat win, then a Heat loss, and we get a Dolphins win. So how do we feel about the split? Because to me, the Friday game was the only one that really counted. That was the
because the NBA Cup.
Yeah,
I think the road trip.
it was epic. You got to go 500 on the road at worst.
No, I think at worst. I think this is at worst. I think like 2 and 4, like 3. I think a 500 road trip is a really good road trip, especially who they were taking on. It was a long road trip. You went out west. The thing that's gonna the thing that defines the road trip is blowing it against the Pistons.
Yeah,
like it's hard to beat two teams, the same team twice in a row. Every game they were pretty much in, except for the Denver game. And even then they kind of made a valiant effort, but they deserve to lose that game. They deserve to lose yesterday. The game that is going to define the trip is the Pistons game because you blew that game.
And the person that blew it, you would have never included in the who blew this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you would have walked away with a 3-3 trip, got yourself back to 500, you're sitting pretty. But it I think unfulfilling is how it feels. I think there was some good stuff. I mean, mind you, like you didn't have Jimmy for the majority of the trip, but also like, oh, here we go again, another stint without Jimmy. Like it's you think of that. I think part of the positive, Bam looks like he found his shot by the end of the trip. Tyler's playing unconscious.
Yeah. Think of how bad that trip would have been if Tyler wasn't absolutely going bananas every game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Because even yesterday, like when you start lighting it up, you're like, oh, we're going to do it again.
Oh, buckle up. Yeah, buckle up.
That's right.
They get back tonight. It doesn't seem like Joel Embiid's going to be in action for the Sixers. So this is this is about as must-have as the Heat got to have. This team's 2-10. They're not going to have their two best players, Paul George, Caleb Martin, Kyle Lowry. I know McCain, their rookie's having a really good season so far. Be nice if they ain't playing their rookies. But
the Heat, the only team that doesn't really play their rookies consistently.
I don't know if
everybody else's rookies are like balling.
I don't know. I don't know. Hard to say. I feel like everybody else seems to be. But
you know the answer. Stop trying to be nice. You know the damn answer.
In due time, I guess.
And then you go, seems like all the other teams are playing their rookies. Like, stop it. Stop it. Stop being a fraud.
I'm not being a fraud.
I tell you what, I hope I see that horse walking the streets again. I'm telling you, he was just walking down the sidewalk and then the guy stopped him and he started doing the little fast step, like he's doing show pony stuff. As soon as I get it, every time you start talking, we just gonna put it up there.
We're actually behind. I looked at the minutes per game for rookies in the NBA this season.
Okay.
And we don't even make the top 25, obviously.
Like you're looking by team or by player?
By player, because we have like right now there's a rookie in Washington, Carlton Carrington.
Bud Carrington, yep.
Okay, I was like, I don't know who this guy is. I've never heard of Carlton anything in the NBA, but he has about 30 minutes per game. Obviously, that's a bad team, but we look at Alex Sarr, 25.7.
Even if this team was bad, the Heat wouldn't play their rookies. But it's a crazy thing.
You have better teams,
big rookies too. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah. The taller you are, you rather be what's his name?
Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues. Than
Jared McCain, for example, Philly. Philly's
he's leading rookies in scoring
right now.
And he got taken after Kel'el, didn't he? Or was it one pick before? I forgot.
It's similar at the very least, but he's getting 20 minutes per game. Zach Edey, another one that we wanted, 20 minutes per game right now.
Yeah.
It's rough. It really is rough to not even see, like, I don't see anyone on this list. Anyone.
It felt like
he's the tallest person on your team.
It felt like Kel'el was like starting to break through, and then Spell's like,
but we had this conversation when it happened. And I said, watch the next two games. He gonna be sitting in UD seats.
Just annoying.
Y'all make fun of me. I don't understand.
Yeah, McCain was one pick after Kel'el.
I don't understand.
So is Connect. Connect plays, right? Connect. I mean, I feel like JJ Redick's going to play the intangible shooter.
Oh
There's
yeah.
no.
Oh yeah. Oh
He's
yeah. You see how they secretly moved Bronny to the G League?
Yeah, but I think he only plays home games. I think he's like a part-time G leaguer.
So what does he do?
I think he goes with the team on the road. I think.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's a hell of a. Yeah, because I was wondering why. I think I was wondering why.
Connect's playing 20 minutes a game.
Huh?
Look at that.
Connect is playing 20 minutes a game. Dalton Connect. He got picked two spots after Kel'el.
Look at that.
That's intangibles, right?
Yeah. Dalton Connect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's intangible.
I don't know. Yeah.
Let's see.
Huh. Only other Dalton Kincaid.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Something about that Dalton.
What about does Tristan Da Silva play for the Magic?
Oh, Tristan Da Silva. How could anyone forget him?
I think he
18 minutes yesterday. How about a whopping 32 minutes the night before?
What?
32
This is crazy.
And let me tell
dude.
you this guy's stats. 32 minutes. And he had 5 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. It's not like he's doing anything great, but he's still managing to get on
I
the
just think
court.
like, aren't you gonna run Bam into the ground, dude? Like we're in November and he's out here just like, all right, great, another game. Like, thankfully, he's like, oh, phew. So who's got to go against tonight? Andre Drummond? Is that who the backup center is for the Sixers?
Yes, it is.
All right, I guess
Who said they're 5'10"?
Who's 5'10"?
Who's
Who
5'10"?
you lying to, J Fig?
I was gonna say I'm at 6 feet, but that's a lie.
They're all of a sudden talking about height, and it said all of a sudden I see J Fig, how tall are you? And I'm looking, and it says 5'10", and I'm like, who?
She plays for the Sparks.
Who's 5'10"? That makes you taller than half the NBA, the WNBA.
And I love the response though. Oh, taller than I thought.
Call J-Fig. Can you reach up and grab your tickets over there?
Yes,
right over there. Grab those tickets.
Wait, there's one here somewhere. Found it.
J-Fig has a pair of concert tickets to give away to Papa Roach and Rise Against. They're coming to the I Think Financial Amphitheater in 2025. Caller number 7 for Kel'el. Even though they're getting 0 minutes. Kel'el Ware, number 7. Caller 7 to 305-567-0560. 305-567-0560. We'll get a pair of tickets to see Papa Roach and Rise Against at the I Think Financial Amphitheater in West Palm. The concert will be in 2025. But if you want to go to see Papa Roach and Rise Against, caller number 7 to 305-567-0560. We'll get those tickets. We'll take a break, get back into the Dolphins a little bit. They win over the Raiders, and check that on out. Back after this. I actually like the song.
Of course you do, dude. Because he's not a bad artist. Like you try.
You're not allowed to say that.
He's not a bad artist, dude.
I didn't say he was a bad artist.
I think you said something like that.
I didn't say that.
You said he looks like he.
I said he was a bad country music artist.
Oh, okay. No, you said he looks like he smells like cigarettes, and I agreed with you.
Let me tell you something, dude. He couldn't do Stars and Strings.
Oh,
he's
actually really talented.
He's actually really talented. He can do Stars and Strings.
Okay, all right. What was wrong with it?
Why would you say that?
He needs all the computerized mumbo jumbo stuff. He can't just sit up there with some strings and strum, you know? He'd just be getting into his. It probably would lose him too. He'd probably go off to the Hard Rock Sportsbook and gamble. They'd be like, "Where's Post?
Oh, where's Post?"
Shooting another commercial.
Sunflower, that song I just played.
Yep.
The first song to ever be streamed 20 million times. 20 million.
That's impressive.
Times. That is quite impressive.
You would say it has more to do with stream.
Okay, you're giving Miles Morales the credit over Post Malone.
I would give Miles Morales the credit.
What about the other artist on the song who does the majority of the singing? Actually, now I think
Didn't you tell me he also does the Wingstop song?
No flex. No, yeah, that is
that guy's got to be rich as hell.
Sway Lee.
He's got that Wing Zone with that Wingstop money, and he's got the most streamed song ever.
Pretty good. Sway Lee.
Which one? Yeah, but so like that kid's starting off the song, right?
Correct.
So he does all the work there. Post Malone's a coattail rider.
He kind of does.
Okay, so like, well, you kind of see what I'm saying?
I kind of do now. Actually, the more we talk about it,
Can you guys just stop trying to trash him? That's so messed up.
Why is it messed up, JFig? Do tell.
Because he wouldn't be where he's at if he had nothing.
What? Yeah. Okay. You ever hear of a little band called Milli Vanilli?
Wait a minute. So you saying that Post Malone and Milli Vanilli are samesies?
I'm just saying system artists. That's all I'm saying, dude.
System, but you can't say that because he crosses over 3 genres.
Oh, he does with the biggest stars known to man.
Then why are they doing music with him if he's garbage?
Hey, Tobin wants to be in the NBA. I think I'm going to start my team, but I get to draft anybody I want. I'm going to go with LeBron and Joker and Dwayne Wade, and I'm going to be on the greatest NBA team of all time. You know, like, what are we talking about, dude?
It's pretty amazing that that guy could have success in 3 different genres, right? So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
You know who's similar to that, but it didn't work out in all genres? Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, I mean, he did just open up. Didn't he just open up the NFL in Germany? I saw him.
But remember, he was a rapper.
Yes, but
he wasn't good.
He was good, but then Eminem.
No, I don't think he was that bad.
He wasn't terrible, but he didn't have the success Post Malone had.
You want to know
in
why?
all genres.
Well, because he got into beef.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because he didn't do an album with Jay-Z.
Okay.
Like if he's like, you know, if you
You
would have been a
mean-
one
wait.
Jay-Z
You know
thing-
that works. Hey, idiot. You know that works both ways. If you don't have any talent, the stars ain't gonna do music with you.
If your agent calls you up and be like, hey, we got this guy, right? He's under the agency. Here's $1 gazillion to be on a feature with him.
Oh, easy. Happens.
You think they're going to say no?
Some of them do.
Some don't, though, dude. Some don't.
Some of them do. You got to have a name. They're not just gonna put their music on anything.
All right, dude. I'm gonna ask an expert on this.
Who are you asking? Who? If you're texting Marcos,
none of your business.
He's totally texting.
No, I want to know who you're texting.
It's got to be
his Kentucky insider.
Calais Hero?
No, his uncle. It was his dad. His uncle was friend of a dad, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's his uncle, the Kentucky fan. I don't know. He's not my favorite, but I won't sit here and say that he's not talented.
Who?
Post Malone.
Right.
I do understand what he means.
Is he texting Solana?
Yes.
No.
Oh, wait. He said an ex.
First of all, let me tell you something.
There I go.
The fact that you're texting Solana during this show, go stand in the corner.
I'm not texting Solana.
He's not going to.
I want to know who you're texting.
Like,
they need to be a credible
You take
source.
sides against the family?
Imagine like how much work Tua's had to do, right? Like Tua's sat here for years. He goes, "You just approached Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, Tua." He goes, "Oh, no credit whatsoever." No, but you guys are sitting here giving Post Malone credit because he's on a song with Morgan Wallen. And by the way, I have really nothing against his music. I'm not a fan of his country music. I don't listen to it, but it really is just this commercial just annoys me.
But he doesn't hear you don't understand. See, here's the thing you fail to realize about music. A lot of these collaborations could basically be a part of him being a hell of a producer and being able to make the music and then collabing with someone else. For example, Prince used to write music for everybody.
Oh, okay, dude. You're comparing him to Prince?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying another artist that you know for only one type of music has written music for several people in different genres.
Unbelievable. You know who you give it's a little unbecoming, Leroy, because you want to know who you give a hell of a time about this about? J-Lo. You're like, oh, she always seems to be hopping around when she wants to do something, but Post Malone does it, and you're like, he's a great artist.
Because Post Malone did it by himself.
Did he?
Originally.
Oh my,
really, dude. Really?
Dude.
He took the Wingstop Kids song, took all the credit for it.
The Wingstop Kids?
Took that kid's credit. He hopped over to.
Wait a minute. Did last week you say you hated that commercial?
Oh, I'm so sick of that commercial. I'm sure that song was great, but that's not the kid's fault. That's Wingstop's fault. I want to talk about the Dolphins.
I quit going to Wingstop. I quit going to Wingstop when one time I ordered something before a Sunday game. The Wingstop door was open. Nobody was in the store. And they took my money.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I went to pick up the Wingstop. I went into the store. It was black. Nobody was in there.
Yep.
And I guess somebody didn't show up.
Next time you got to help yourself to the fridge.
No, dude. I was terrified. Just imagine you walking into a store and it's empty.
Yeah, I would think something.
Right. Exactly. So I got the hell out of there. They returned my money the next day. So sorry. That's it.
In a lot of ways, Tua's like Wingstop.
Oh, really? Well, and how's that?
Loves the flats.
Okay.
Throwing.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, when I was younger, one bone guy. Now I'm a two bone guy.
I'm a flats guy?
Yeah, I like the flats.
Not enough meat on that thing.
No, you can't.
In between the thing.
What happens? Calais Campbell. What happens when you are just left with an all flats order?
It ain't chicken unless it got a drum in it. And they have the audacity, some of these wing places, to charge you extra if you want all drums or all wings.
Listen, that's just that's just slowing up the process of selection. But if you go to with a big order, Calais Campbell,
we're still hungry.
Dude, what kind of show do we do? Always like somebody will say Mike McDaniel, and then okay, yeah, we know the people, we know the players in town, we know the players across the country. We talk about them, but not really, because
we've been talking about
our last 20 minutes have been about Tobin thinking Post Malone is garbage.
No, okay, that's not true. That's not what I said.
This is changing
again. I've said, all right. All I've said with him is kind of sick of his ad. All right. And second of all,
but again, it's not his fault either. Just like you said, it ain't the song from the Wingstop. It's the Wingstop people.
Right. But what got me sick of his ad, though, I guess, is mostly because, he's ruined country music.
Wow.
Has he?
This is a deep
ruining.
Actually, in the last 5 or 10 years, the collabs have brought more people to country.
Trust me, I don't need more people.
Really?
But are you discrediting what he just said? It's absolutely accurate.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes. Like a decade ago, no one would accept country music, especially down here.
Like you know what? You know why a lot of people
about that.
You know why a lot of people like
why do you get to be the definitive
and Teddy Swims? You know why? Just because of all of the crossover songs they do. They like those two guys do a lot of songs where they sample or they remake a lot of other songs just in the studio. Like they don't put them on an album. And so you go into YouTube and stuff like that, and they singing all these other songs, and they're awesome. And then you start listening to their music.
Yeah, but I didn't take Teddy Swims. I don't take his credit away because he didn't, go and tag team up there with Luke Bryan and Morgan Wallen.
He uses auto tune. That's not country.
But Teddy Swims in his albums, he does a lot of covers. Teddy Swims does a lot of covers.
That's okay. I have no problem with covers.
Teddy Swims looks
If
like
you do a good cover, you get credit from me.
Looks like he sinks more than swims. If you know what I'm talking about.
Do you even know what the greatest cover ever? Right? Whitney
Cover two.
Houston. No,
What did he say?
If let me tell you what he said. He said, if I was in the studio, we would be wrestling in that corner over there because of those comments.
Please tell me what he said.
I said, you know what song is the best cover ever?
Wagon
And he
Wheel by
said,
Darius Rucker.
cover 2. No, Whitney Houston.
Disagree.
Whitney Houston. No, it was.
Well, what's the cover?
You can't tell me.
I Will Always Love You.
Oh, that's good.
It was originally sung by Dolly Parton, and I think Dolly Parton's covered it.
No,
Yeah.
I think she wrote it.
No. I think Dolly Parton covered it also. Or two people covered it after her. I'm telling you.
I think she wrote it.
Pull it up.
Original 1973 songwriter Dolly Parton.
Point.
It's a point.
Point.
Guys.
I don't use
The one point you've had.
You're not the only music guru on there. You're not the only music guru.
No, I'm not a music guru. I just listen to all music. I listen to all music. If it sounds good, I listen to it. It don't matter what genre.
Love Dolly Parton.
Yeah, she's sweet.
Good person.
Dolly Parton is only known for one thing.
What?
No,
Which
I
is
wouldn't.
What's
I
that?
wouldn't. You watch yourself with Dolly.
Take it easy. Yeah, you take it easy.
Leroy, why don't you go ahead and say
-1 to him, by the way.
You know what? That is a
-1, dude.
Am I?
One.
Dave South said it better.
Nope.
Real mature in this chat today. Real mature.
Tell you what else. If you need some help with some covers or what's going on under the covers.
Uh-oh.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Now you can chew it and do it. So whether married, looking to spice things up, or you're single, you're trying to impress somebody new. Blue Chew is for you. And the great thing is it's online. So there's no doctor's visits, no going to the pharmacy, no waiting in lines. Just ships right to you in a discreet package. Plus, got a special deal for our listeners out there. You guys can try Blue Chew for free when you use the promo code SHOWPONY. Use the promo code SHOWPONY at checkout. You pay just $5 for shipping, and you're getting your first month of Blue Chew shipped to you for free. Go to BlueChew.com. Use the promo code SHOWPONY at BlueChew.com.
ShowPony.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you.
I had to go bring my guy outside some water. He was killing it out there.
Oh, nice.
I take care. Listen, I'm not it ain't his fault. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Told you he was gonna do well. Always have faith.
He still gives me that look. I said, hey, you want some water?
Yeah.
Just say agua.
Well, I know that now. I also had the water in my hand. So when I reached out to hand it to him, he said, oh, thank you. So
Did he say thank you? Did he say gracias?
Oh no, he was using Google Translate.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Tried and true.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah, I do it.
He's in the house. Hold on.
There he goes. Okay. He's off. All right, let's get to all right. Oh no, here to close out a Monday. My all right goes to Jon Bones Jones.
All right.
Returned to the octagon this weekend, and he put a beat down on Stipe Miocic to keep his heavyweight title. Spinning back kick, breaking the ribs in the third round to finish the fight. It was not close. Jon Jones pummeled him with elbows for 5 straight minutes in the first round, then basically high kicked him and jabbed him in the second round. And then in the third round, it was body kick, spinning back kick, over for Stipe. So Jon keeps the belt, and hopefully this means that he will actually go and defend that against the interim champion or number 1 contender, whatever you want to refer to him as, Tom Aspinall. That is the way it should be.
You'd rather see that?
Yes.
Nice.
I think that the build-up this week, all the press conference reaction, all that stuff has led me to believe that that's the way they should go. Instead of having Poatan fight him, as much as that would be a fun fight too.
Yes.
You just think that Poatan's a little too one-dimensional, and I just think that that's going to go poorly for him.
Huh.
So
I haven't known Aspinall to do anything other than knock people out, though.
That's because he just steamrolls everybody and can do that around, but he could sub you. Yeah, I mean, he's the Aspinall is one of these fascinating guys who probably watch Jon. He's a next generation kid who's done everything.
Sweet.
Doesn't mean he's gonna beat him. I mean, I'm still gonna pick Jon Jones, even though the early lines have Tom Aspinall as the favorite.
That's crazy.
But I mean, Jon he's so you know what the thing with Jon Jones is, the thing that makes him just the best is he just finds everywhere to hurt you. He'll kick your knee, he'll throw elbows like an octopus. He's just so good at this sport, better than anybody.
His skill set is greater than any individual coming from a particular skill set. Which is
it's just,
usually a ground and pound guy.
I don't think there's anybody who fights like him. Even after all these years, nobody's big. Honestly, Oliveira in the fight beforehand was kind of the closest version of that, because he was literally doing everything.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you too, if I can give it an no, Michael Chandler. What? Valiant effort in the 5th round. You almost pulled it off, but you didn't. And
epic when he dropped him. That was cool.
But it was a show pony move. That does nothing.
No,
all that literally does was him standing up. You basically fell for Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
That's all you did was him getting up, having Charles Oliveira on his backpack like that, and him dropping him twice. He wasn't gonna hurt him.
No.
It's literally it's numero uno is don't do that. That's why nobody does that.
That was fun.
He just did that for show. He's a show pony.
That was fun.
He's a fun show pony.
Totally.
But his record has looked very dicey in the UFC. He's 2-4. One of those being against Tony Ferguson, who lost a gazillion fights in a row. And why he gets to do a call out afterwards is crazy. By the way, did you notice how Dana White then punted on Conor McGregor fighting in late 2025? Because it's late 20 never. He's never fighting.
I've taken that take and regurgitated at multiple conversations. He's never fighting again.
He's never fighting again. He's never fighting again. Leroy, you're all right. Oh no.
All right, my all right is gonna go to the Dolphins.
All right.
The last 4 weeks have been the football that we thought we were gonna get all week. And although you did not win all those games, I'm just good to see that Dolphins football is relatively back. The games are entertaining. You go into a game knowing your team has a chance, not hoping. And so I'm glad it's back and getting ready for this last final stretch. My own no. Have you I love Netflix. I love you. But there's two things you need to do for me. One, you can't be the foremost expert in streaming and then have me looking at the squiggly lines on the TV from streaming.
It was brutal.
It was brutal.
I had
And
to sit
in
with
fact,
the stream open.
I had to watch it on my phone because I got better reception on my phone than on my giant TV. So that was annoying, right? But I would like an investigation on who was watching that woman's fight, because I didn't have a dog in the race. I didn't bet on the fight. The fight was entertaining, but how they picked Katie Taylor to win that fight is beyond me. I want an explanation and I want answers, and then I want them to fight again for the third time. Because that was by far the greatest thing about sports is as long as two teams or two people are competing, you could get something great. And that fight was awesome, besides the 17 headbutts and the look of that eye above her eye.
Brutal.
It was open up like that.
I couldn't even look at the screen.
Who was harder?
So big.
Who was harder to understand this week? Was it Katie Taylor's team and her, or was it Paul Craig, the Scottish people? Because they they would go to Paul Craig in the corner during UFC, and John Anik and Joe Rogan like, I don't know what those guys just said.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but I feel bad. Like, I feel bad for both fighters because, of course, Katie Taylor's going to try to defend why she won. Yeah. But she know damn well she didn't win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That sucks when you put the fighters out there who know it was a bogus conclusion or result, and they try to justify it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I want to see that. I listen, I would pay to see that fight again. Absolutely.
Jennifer?
Well, my all right goes to finally putting aside all this nonsense of Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. That whole fight. Just glad it's in the rearview mirror, you know? I'm glad.
I can't be mad at you.
It was just, I feel like I wasted time. Anyway, my own no, I have a couple of them, okay?
Okay.
One obviously goes to Netflix. I need you to fix it before people start rioting with these NFL games.
Yeah, but the other thing was it's free. Wasn't like it was a pay-per-view. It's bonus.
It comes with subscription.
Right.
You know, they didn't pull a DAZN where you subscribe to DAZN and also pay $59 to watch.
Oh, you got jobbed on that one.
Ridiculous.
My other oh no goes to Jake Paul's outfit. It was a little too extra, especially when you're putting diamonds on it. And then he had a little Alec Monopoly piece on the side. Like the second I heard Alec Monopoly.
They also is he famous?
Yeah, he's a
very basic. Very
You'll
basic.
see a lot
That's
of
the person who draws all the Monopoly people.
Correct.
Yes.
But how does he have the most expensive shorts? Because I feel like Mayweather's done the $1 million shorts a couple of times.
You know why? Because unfortunately, some dummy decided art is more expensive than everything. Because I was watching a video recently, it was like a $50 million house, whatever, art. So just because of that art piece, that increases the value more than a diamond. Doesn't make sense.
Remember when Conor and Floyd fought and they pretended like that belt the WBC made was worth $3 million because it was made of alligator skin?
Was it not?
It wasn't. Dude, Chael Sonnen had the best line for this because he was doing coverage that week. He goes, there's no way that thing's worth $3 million. I saw it just lying on a table for anybody to take. If somebody's worth $3 million, he's got security.
That's true. That's a good point.
It's a good point.
That's a good point.
It's a good point.
That guy.
Well, that being said, I hope Jake Paul takes on that little cheater Tommy Fury, okay?
Oh no!
He's fighting a no. Tommy Fury's next fight got announced. J-Vig. He's fighting former UFC fighter Darren Till in a boxing match coming up.
Scrap it. I want Jake Paul to fight.
What? That's it. She's spoken. She has spoken.
All right. Froggy.
That was all of your own nose, J-Fig?
Yeah.
Yeah, besides, Tobin.
Okay, that's a weekly.
What does that mean?
I mean, you've been very critical of Post Malone.
Very critical.
You know what? Here's the thing. Sometimes I get too dug in on things because you guys are like, "Ooh, Tobin, you're so mean at Post Malone for getting $1 gazillion to do Hard Rock." It's like I don't need him to advertise Hard Rock. All right, I love the Hard Rock. Nobody loves the Hard Rock.
About that. We were talking about you attacking him as an artist.
Discrediting him.
No.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, you are.
No. This is typical. You say, but first of all, I want to say two things. One, you say Marcos is my hype man. You two might as well be the Hardy, might as well be the Hardy Boys in WWE. You're a tag team, okay?
Whoa.
Like you guys join up and you like have
You're
to
just
come.
jealous that
You have
Leroy
to come
has
to
a
the rescue
spirit
of
and it's
Post
me.
Malone. It's ridiculous. Yeah, that's you. If there's Leroy, there's Jay. That is.
Nope.
Like
That's
you.
Tobin and Marcos, okay?
Oh my goodness.
Like it's ridiculous. I did not take him out as an artist. All I said was, I'm sick of that.
You called it DJ Khaled, Collab King.
Kind of is the collab king.
Then what did you do?
But I will say, I have
defending
asked my
yourself
country
here.
music expert on this. All right.
I want to know who that is.
I've asked my country music expert on this.
Oh, it's TC. It's got to be TC.
It's DC.
Oh, okay.
Most
okay.
of mornings,
Yes.
Kiss
yes.
Country, him and
All
Dina
right.
B. Which, by the way, my daughter was more thrilled to see them than anybody at Stars and Strings. She loves TC and Dina B.
Good people.
And so I simply asked, Post Malone, ... good at country or stinks? And if good, is it only because he was coattail riding Morgan Wallen?
Oh, okay.
See, wait, this is why he needs supervision when asking questions,
Of
putting up
course.
polls, because
Because they're gonna go ahead and go along with this bit.
yeah.
Then he responds, just simply, good at country.
Okay.
And he's got more coming soon,
Ooh.
but also bigger because of Morgan for sure.
Ah.
To which I responded, damn, I was hoping you'd tell me he was a coattail rider.
So then not looking at your friends, your people you hang out with, break
Yep.
bread with, go to social events with, you call an outsider to confirm what we've been saying?
Yes.
-1.
Why?
Whoa!
So I'd say that's doing the research. That's
Don't even trust us. Yeah, at the wrong time.
When I have a question about MMA, who do I call?
I don't know.
You!
When he has a question about hockey, who does he ask? You.
For some reason, me, and I don't understand it.
You go to more games than I do.
I got to get to my first game. I'm dying to get to the Panthers this year. Froggy, what do you got for us, buddy?
My all right goes to Jonnu Smith.
Pause up.
Yeah. Pause up, papa. This is what we've been waiting on all season. So that is definitely a good sign of things to come. My oh no goes to Mike Tyson's ass cheeks, dude.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
I love the way he just
that.
turned. Oh wait, I love the. Did you see the video? Some guy dressed up like Tyson and his wife wanted to like kill him. But here's the deal. Too much. Did we like? He turned around like no big deal. Like, yo, you're on live TV, dude.
He said, I love you, leaned into that kiss, turns around, cheeks.
Well, I think that was his son interviewing him.
Oh, was it? Nice.
Oh,
Cheeks, though,
didn't
dude.
know.
Still.
I just saw cheeks.
I
I'm
just
like,
blacked
and
out.
the camera couldn't scream. The camera couldn't go up high.
Well, it's Netflix. I mean, Netflix, you don't have to go away from it.
Definitely.
I know, but still,
purpose.
too much. Nobody
Netflix.
wants to see
Mike
nobody.
Tyson, if you want to know how old Mike Tyson is, he
Just look at
doesn't care that his cheeks are out old.
That's you know what? That's really the terrifying side of age right there.
When you
To
walk,
give no bleeps.
you walk into that LA Fitness locker room and you see pruny cheeks.
Oh, hey, can I just tell you something? You are 100% correct on that. Like the young guys are covering up, they got the towel, making sure nothing falls out. They put their pants on, whatever. The old fat guy, just naked. out of the shower, just naked. He don't care. He might find his underwear within the next 3 minutes. He might not. He'll put the towel on the bench, sit down, put his socks on first. And I'm looking at him like, yo, maybe you ought to put some drawers on first. Like, geez.
All right, everybody. That's our show. Thanks for the fun today. And we'll talk to you rascals tomorrow.
We're still hungry.
I could pork you. I could.
Colorado is goth.
Okay.
Very strange.
It's enough to just drive you bat bleep crazy. I'm sorry. I apologize.
What
I apologize.
Are you eating?
What's going on with me lately? I apologize. You get that?
Yeah, I got it.
You know what?
Hope you mother have a good day.